So you guys remember where we were? I mean, it is kind of obvious on the map in terms of the short term, but in terms of prior to that, do you guys remember what we were up to? Because I can recap if not.
Not
Yeah, we need a
entirely.
recap.
All right, cool. Yeah, figures. So yeah, last time was basically kind of part two to when you guys were clearing out that farm that had been overrun by cultists. You managed to kill them all, reclaim the farm, uh, and then there was a cow and a pig in the barn, and you slaughtered both. And the Arthur rode around on the pig before killing it. And you also milked the cow before killing it. Um, and yeah, then you are a stone's throw away from the rally point, but you decided to make the mistake of camping in the woods. And sure enough, between you guys making a commotion in the woods and the scent of all the dead meat, or like all the meat that you harvested, yeah, you are now surrounded by four squeezers. So we're now going to roll initiative. So let's
Were
see.
we in camp or we're in camp, right?
You
And do
were
we?
in camp. You guys were asleep, and Lena was keeping watch, and basically she was keeping watch. She had Axel helping her, and Axel basically he heard because dog because he heard the squeezers approaching. He went crazy, and that woke all of you up. So
But we should have our vehicle here, right?
yeah,
Where's our
uh,
vehicle?
I'll put it on the map.
Because
Uh,
that heavy gun will come in handy against these armored beasts.
yeah.
Plus,
So
Mike would like to run them over.
yeah, I'm sure he would. So let me just. All right, so I had all the characters onto the tracker. Uh, Mike, Tom, do you have control over Mike, like Mike's token and stuff, his sheet?
Yeah.
All right, good, because you're gonna get to run some people over. Um, all right, well, actually, I'm gonna take because they're NPCs right now. I'm gonna just take Lena and Felice off of the tracker. They'll just be in the vehicle.
All right. We're all in the vehicle.
Yeah, you all are currently in the Predator, so um, I mean, you can disembark if you want. I can't imagine you'd want to, but um, all
Well,
right.
you know
So
Riley will.
okay, so let's see. So draw all. Okay, Riley, choose a card. Oh wow, you can be one or three, so you'll take one, I presume.
Oh yes, I can be the first one out. Four
Yep.
moves.
And Tobias is going to be 7. And Mike is second.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Oh,
now
this is
they're
going to
gonna
be fantastic.
squeeze me.
Uh, so, well, I mean, as long as you don't get out of the Predator, because like I said, you all are currently in the IFE. All right, so begin combat. So, Riley goes first.
Oh man, Riley really wants to get out and fight them.
I mean, it'll kill them faster.
Yeah, I will get out.
Okay, let me just double check what
Uh,
action that is.
it's a.
Um,
I think it's a slow.
let's see. Slow actions? Um, exit vehicle is a slow action. Yes.
Should I
All
still
right.
be injured from the previous
Oh,
thing?
you know what? I'm not gonna. No, I'm not getting out then.
Okay.
Um,
Also, in answer to
get.
your question, Astron, um, because you didn't have a full night, like a shift of rest. Well, actually, hold on. Did you sleep during the night shift or the shift before? I can't remember what you did in the evening shift.
I think Hugh's been taking morning walk.
Okay, so in that case, because your sleep was disrupted in the night shift, you would not have recovered health. Like you only recover health points if you are either sleeping or or if you take painkillers. Anyway, so what are you doing, Riley?
Could I pop up into the commander seat?
Yeah, you
I
can.
don't know where everybody's at. Okay. I
Well,
will
let's see.
pop up
So
and
Mike could probably be in the driver's seat,
yep.
obviously. Tobias, we haven't established where he is, but because Ghost isn't here, I'm willing to kind of have Tobias on the sidelines, especially because he's pretty low in the order. Speaking of which, Blitz, if you want to switch with him, you can.
You know what? I think I will.
All right, cool. So I will swap you with Tobias just so you can go a little sooner. Um, but yeah, so Tobias, um, he's not in the commander seat right now. Um, in terms of the gunner seat, I mean, again, that's kind of vacant for the time being. Um, so yes, you can pop out of the commander's hatch and fire some shots.
Okay. Then I will do that as a quick shot then.
Okay.
So we are using. So I am going to be just -2, right?
Are you shooting with a rifle or a carbine?
Rifle.
Okay. Yeah, in that case it'd be -2, and there wouldn't be any darkness penalty because you have night vision in your helmets. So, like, no darkness penalties. So yeah, and you're not moving, so it is just a -2 on whichever one you want to target. Which, speaking of, ping it so I know which one is being shot at. Okay, thank you.
You see my target mark, right?
Yes. Yes, I see the little circle above it.
Did it fire?
I didn't see it. The most recent roll I see is the last initiative card.
All right. And pop out might not be working. Pop out's still not V12 yet.
Oh.
Alrighty, that didn't fire either. Uh, that's why. Let's see if
You're firing
because
your
it
full
was
rifle?
stored. Yeah. Let's see if that.
Maybe it's because it isn't equipped. Did that
That's what
change?
I'm. Yeah, it was stuck in the backpack.
Oh,
I pulled it out of the backpack.
okay. All right. Well, let's see. So that is 2, 3 like damage base, and then for the extra ammo hit, do you want to shoot like hit it twice, or do you want to? Oh, you're pushing. Okay. Well, do you want to hit it 3 times?
No, I just want to crit the crap out of it.
Well, I'm just saying with the amount of HP, because first of all, it's in animals technically, so I don't think it takes crits like people do. Um, but what I was going to say is that basically,
I think they still do.
I'd have to double check that, but what I was going to say is that if even if you just hit it twice, that would be enough to kill it because it doesn't have any armor.
Yeah, I would have done one for a crit. Actually, I would have done. I could actually do 2 hits of 2 crits.
Yeah. Well, either way, 2 hits is enough to kill it.
Okay, I will do that.
So you
And
riddle it with
then the
bullets, and that's out
reliability
of
went down.
an
Okay.
ethereal like dark moaning roar, and it dies. So very nice. And now the moment we've all been waiting for after so long.
Alrighty, so vehicle. Hold on, the vehicle here. So I can move 4, right? If it were off-roading.
For off-road, yes.
All right, so I need a drive test. All right, that's all I needed. I needed 1 success. So we are now in his square, and he is getting ran over.
Moving it slightly just so I can access his character sheet.
Yeah. All right. Shit, this is
That's
so long. What the hell do I roll? Is it a
it's
drive
it's
still?
driving against its mobility.
Alrighty.
So let's see. Ramming people. Okay, no, actually, it's ramming just in general. Yeah, if it's the target is an individual, then it's a roll for mobility. So I will roll its mobility.
Oh yeah, Mike's like, oh yeah, I got him. We got dinner.
Oh god, I just realized what I just did with this fucking. Well, you guys are not starving for the rest of the campaign. Shit.
We got dinner.
Okay, so how much damage is that?
Uh, rear armor is. That's a good question. Rear armor's 4.
Okay, so 4 base, and then so the 7 is you hit. The 6 is an extra damage, but does the 7 added damage as well? So is it 5 or 6?
No, it'd be 5.
Okay, so Mike swings it around. This fucking squeezer gets knocked on its back. So I'll just, for narrative flavor, just mark it as where is prone. There we go. So next is going to be this one, which let's see, because in terms of animals have special like movement rules. So like for every I think it's like let me just double check what the fuck it is. Okay. Foot movement. Okay, that's just for people.
I think they run the same. They move the same way we do.
Well, but the problem is like because these squeezers like the base template I cloned as a bear, and bear like it says in the notes section movement 2, but I don't know what that means. I think it means for every hex they can actually move like double, but I'm going to just double check that. Let's see. That's not the right one. Counters. No, that's not. Okay, animals. Let's see. Where is it? Close that part. Movement. Fuck, it doesn't say.
I think they move the same as we do.
But like, then why would it say movement, movement 3 or movement 2, for example?
I don't know why it would say movement 2, because that's what they normally move.
Okay. Well, in that case, well, with these things being like large beastly creatures, I'm going to, for now, we'll just rule it as they move, uh, they move faster. So I think that just makes sense. So this guy, so movement 2, so it'll move like 1, 2 to like here. And I know all the tokens are just still kind of there. I'll just move the whole group with the predator because everybody's in the vehicle. So it's gonna move 1, 2, and yeah, fuck it, it'll just move another 2. I'm not gonna. I'm going back on what I said about double movement. It just seems like too much of a headache to figure out. So this other squeezer, it is going to rise up with its fast action and the slow action. I'm going to say it's going to try to jump onto the IFE, particularly since Riley is turned out. So, because the vehicle's moving, I'm going to make it do a mobility to see if it gets onto the vehicle.
Is he going to take the minuses of the attacking a mobile? So I think it's -2.
It might be. I'm just going to double check what that is. Combat damage. Okay, let's see. Which rule would it be? Close combat? Because that's technically what it's doing. There's no rules for movement and modifiers for close combat. But I am
I
going to make it.
consider he's I was just thinking as attacking, so attacking is a -2 for a moving target.
Well, that's for ranged combat, but for close combat, it's different. Like
I
moving
don't think they
target is
count.
actually -1.
All right, I would probably just do the -1 then.
Yeah, -1 seems a bit reasonable. So let's see. Mobility -1. Probably not going to succeed. And in desperation, it's going to push, and it does not succeed. So basically, like it grabs onto the hole, but as Mike is like spinning around, it slides off. So that's its turn. You. It's your turn. You are currently inside of the vehicle. You hear unhinged hillbilly shouting and very firm clang against the hull of the tank. What do you want to do?
It looks like he is not here.
Oh, he isn't? Let me... Asher, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh,
I am here.
All right, well, what do you want to do? It's your turn.
So I will say, my Discord like froze up and cut out earlier. Is my hit capacity regained at all?
Oh, shit, I didn't realize it was that far back. Your hit capacity, no, and the reason why is because
Got it.
it would have while you were sleeping, but your sleep was disturbed when the camp was attacked by these things.
Understood. Got it. Thank you. So then my second question is there a hatch or a door I can pop out to just shoot this guy? Because I know...
The vehicle is facing him, so even if you open the rear ramp, you would not be able to see it.
And is somebody occupying like the commander hatch?
Riley is turned out of the commander hatch.
Okay. And I assume we're using the tile the vehicle is in for range calculation.
Well, yeah, the vehicle, like the token that the predator is in, is the hex that all of you guys are in.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. Then... Okay. Then I'll pop out the rear hatch. I won't be shooting at this guy. I'll be shooting at this guy.
All right, so first mark the one that
I
you're
will-
shooting at, and then let me just double check. I think opening the hatch would be a fast action. Let me see. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. Actions. So let's see. Fast actions. I think. Let's see. Use
I would say
item.
open a hatch is fast.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, like open, like move through door and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll just say it's a fast action to like basically hit the button or pull the lever or whatever it is to drop the ramp of the predator. So you can do that as a fast action, which leaves you with a slow action.
Awesome. I know what the slow action's gonna be.
Shoot.
I'm gonna fire my carbine.
Oh, nice.
This one right here. I get a modifier from rifleman. Don't I get a negative for not aiming with a fast action?
Yeah, you get a negative for quick shots for carbines, but the thing with carbines is that it's a -1 as opposed to the usual -2, and with rifleman that
Yeah.
cancels out.
So rifleman cancels it out to a net +0. I'm gonna use my rate of fire.
Though you do also have a negative modifier because the tank is moving, and that modifier I believe we established was -1.
Okay.
Hold on, let me see. Firing from moving. Oh no, firing from a moving vehicle is -2. Shooting a moving target is -1.
Ooh.
So it's a -2.
Got it. Okay. That roll will go through.
Let's take a look. I did not see it.
Okay. Why did it not?
Is your rifle in your backpack or unequipped like Tom was having
No,
earlier?
it's in my weapons.
No. Look on the right-hand side. The second icon, is it blue or not? If it's blue,
It's
then
blue.
you have it in your backpack. Just click the blue button.
Well, he's saying that so the icon, like the lock icon.
Oh. It was not marked as equipped or stored in backpack.
Okay, well, it should not be stored in backpack. Like that's.
It was not stored in backpack.
Okay.
But it wasn't marked as equipped.
All right,
either.
try rolling it with an it's equipped. Maybe they
Yeah,
changed that in
trying
version
it
12
now.
where it's like, oh, you can only fire if it's equipped.
But I don't
You
see
want your
anything
banana?
happening.
Hold on,
Oh,
let me
god dang it.
try. So hold on. You -2. What? How much rate of fire you were doing?
Rate of fire 5.
Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that is strange. It didn't roll for me either. That is very odd. Are you able to roll with any of your other weapons?
Let me try. I'm not gonna worry about modifiers. I'm just gonna try and play. Okay, my shotgun will roll.
Okay.
Something's not set right on that.
Strange.
Hold on, let me see about. Actually, hold on. What might work is if you put it in the chat, and then if you roll it, maybe that'll work. Let me try
I
that.
clicked the attack button.
Yeah, it
Nothing
didn't. Oh,
happened.
what the hell? Hold on, wait.
Is that particular item broken?
Possibly, and it can't be your ammo because you've got 23 rounds left.
Yeah, no.
Let me try to. I'll add you a new carbine, and then I'll delete the old one. Then, as an act of courtesy, I'll load the 23 rounder. All right, try that.
Still nothing.
What the hell? Okay.
Is that weapon broke? Like the actual weapon?
I don't know how to tell. Like, what would be?
Or do me a favor, put the gun on me.
Okay.
Let me see if I can shoot it.
Yeah, it's the E10C.
You gave me ammo too, right?
I did not. You would have to hit generate mag.
Okay.
Is it working?
Nope.
What the hell? Okay. Does make a lot of sense because your rifle that you used earlier worked, and Hugh's shotgun worked. So,
That
what?
weapon just might be jacked up.
Yeah, I don't know why it would be though. So here's what I'll do. I'm gonna give you. I'll add the full-size rifle to your sheet, and because it basically, I mean, it has like the same stats overall. It's just The difference is that it weighs more and has slightly better range. But it has the same rate of fire and magazine capacity, so you can just make your actual rolls from that, and then just know that it was with the carbine. Did you get that, Astron?
Sorry, what?
I was saying that the TLDR, I added the E10 rifle instead of the carbine to your sheet because it has largely
Oh,
the
I
same
see.
stats. So just use that because it has the same magazine capacity and rate of fire. So just use that.
Yeah.
All right. So, um, Astrid, go into your weapons details and see if the weapon is trying to fire 40 millimeter grenades.
It is not, certainly.
Okay. Because when I hit generate ammo, it then linked it to 40
Oh.
millimeter grenades and it wouldn't let me fire. But when I switched it back to the carbine ammo, it did let
Oh.
me fire.
It's firing the carbine ammo.
So just to clear it, switch to a different ammo type and then put it back to the carbine ammo and see if it works.
Me. Oh my god, trying to roll the rifle. Oh wait, I didn't hit equip on the rifle. That might be my
All right,
bad.
I'm going to delete the carbine. Delete the
Okay.
ammo.
Equip the rifle. Roll the rifle. Rifleman bonus. Negatives. Rate of fire. Oh my lord.
You see what he's talking
The
about, or
proper rifle isn't working either.
the fuck?
Is it equipped and
I hit equip. It's got the mag loaded. Ugh.
That's so weird. Why is I don't know why you specifically are having that problem, but
With specifically rifles.
yeah, exactly. Um, well, what should we do?
Can always just manually enter the rolls.
Yeah, cause hold on, let me just check what the command is for rolling ammo dice. Hold on.
are you popped out?
Sorry?
Did you pop your sheet out?
Yeah?
Unpop it and then do your rolls. Pop it is not V12.
I'm not sure what you mean by pop it.
So there's a module that
Oh
we
wait,
have on
I see the
pop.
pop out button. I did not do that. No.
Okay. Cody, give me access to his sheet for a second. Let me
Okay.
check his ammo.
Let's. Sure.
It's
Let me.
the .390 that says it's what's supposed to be used.
Yeah. So hold on. Configure
I
ownership. I'll set it owner to Tom per sec so he can troubleshoot it. Because if he managed to fix it on his own, then
Which character are you?
he's Hugh.
You? Okay. Here. So we're gonna work off the carbine now.
Yeah, he's using the carbine. I just added the rifle to his sheet just as to troubleshoot.
All right. Okay. So yes, like I said, his carbine is set to 40 millimeter grenades. That's why it's not working.
It's set to what?
Yes, like I said, that's why it wasn't working for me. And then I looked and it was.
What do you mean
But
set to 40 millimeter grenades?
so if you clicked when you get access to them, you would hit the edit button on the weapon, and then magazine was set to 40 millimeter grenades. That's
Not on
the
mine.
Yeah, I'm on your character sheet. I just literally changed it to E10C electronic static pulse carbine.
It was set to the .390 millimeter 40 round mag, which is what it's always been set to. a 40 round mag of .390. I don't have 40 millimeter grenades.
Correct. That's why it wasn't. Yeah, you do. Because you have the underbarrel grenade launcher, so it was defaulting to that
Do
instead
I?
of the. Probably.
I don't
He
even
actually-
have any
he doesn't.
rounds for that. I have a carbine, not a rifle.
Yeah, he has a
I don't
carbine,
have
a
grenade
shotgun, and
launcher.
grenades.
I've
Yeah,
never
I
had
see the
any...
40. I see the 40 mil. Oh, you know what? I'm reading it as Okay, so hold on a second. Let me generate ammo. Okay, so it set that correctly. Now it was stored in the backpack.
Was that rolled from Hughes' sheet?
Yep.
So it works
All
now?
right. Yeah. So what I think everybody has to do is undo their look and see how much ammo they had, delete their ammo, and regenerate their ammo. Because I think that's the problem. Because I had to relink it to the generated ammo, and it created a new clip, and then it worked. So I think it's the old ammo we have. Something's goofy with that.
All right. Duly noted. I'll write a note of that. So thanks for figuring that out. In the meantime, so Astron, so now that it's fixed, you may make the actual roll. And
So
also
he
go
doesn't
ahead
have a
and
rifle anymore, right?
Okay.
yeah, I'll delete the rifle. All right, rifles are gone. So sorry for that delay, everyone.
Welcome to
Oh, dear God.
What?
You're not gonna like it.
We're back to square one, aren't we?
Yeah, it's doing the same damn thing.
What? Why?
Alright, okay.
Okay.
Try doing it this
Are
way.
you doing ammo dice?
Yes.
Turn the ammo dice off. Trigger it,
Let me try that.
and then do the ammo dice, and it'll work.
No rate of fire. Still didn't do anything. Is this something on my end?
No, it was being buggy with me too, but I just kept playing with it until getting it to work. But there's an actual bug report that the ammo dice isn't working, and it's causing an issue. So, um, try just are you just try again and see,
I just did.
like, try a couple times, see if you get it to work. Like,
I'm not messing with rate of fire. I'm applying the modifier.
don't do modifier, just roll it
Okay.
straight up as the box says for right now.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now go ahead and add in your modifier, and it should work.
But it changes the dice size.
Right. Now we just needed to get it to roll. So now you could change your modifier now and try rolling, and I bet you it rolls.
Okay. Rifleman +1. -3. Got it. Nothing. Let me try just manually inputting the total modifier and not clicking rifleman. Nothing.
So is it a problem with modifiers?
Looks like it.
So it would seem?
Well,
Oh,
okay.
I guess we manually get to roll it.
Yep. Well, actually,
1d8,
see if do the ammo
1d6.
dice work? Do you guys know if ammo dice work?
It did for me.
Okay. Well then, in that case, Ashron, I guess just manually, um, do the -2 and then just roll your ammo dice. So if
Sure.
ammo
How
dice,
do I
so
roll the ammo dice without rolling a whole attack?
uh, well, I mean,
You just use the thing down below. So you pick your 2 dice, roll those, and then the hard parts you're gonna have to manually remove your ammo.
well, actually, here's what we'll do is so yeah,
Okay. There's the attack.
okay.
All that for that?
Oh yeah, classy. So how do I roll for ammo usage?
Well, what I was gonna say is you could just if you make an attack roll, just have however much ammo you have, and then I'll just ignore the dice like from your attributes.
So roll your D6, like you're gonna click the D6s,
Uh-huh.
and what's the command that we do for when we do fire?
Should be
In
5
Alien, it's 12
D6,
dB.
'cause I'm rolling 5 ammo die.
So just same thing here as DB.
Or alternatively, the dice options in the bottom, like below the chat, you can just click um, the D6 however many times and do like that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Okay.
I
So
have
then,
the command ready. Should I just click enter? I have
yeah,
5
just
D6 ready for 5
all
ammo
right.
die.
Then just you go for it. Okay, so that's. Do you want to push that?
No,
Okay.
it wasn't successful anyway.
All right. So let's see. So that's
That's
9.
18 plus the 1 bullet from the initial roll.
No, you just add up your D6s. That's how
Yeah.
much ammo you use.
There's no
Oh,
initial
okay.
shot. It's like all the shots, like all the rounds that you fire are part of that. So
Okay, so if it's not a single shot, it's just the total of the ammo
yes,
dice. Okay.
there's no single shot plus. So
So that's 18 rounds.
yeah, 18 minus. I think you had 23 in your mag.
Yeah, 23 minus 18. I have
Okay.
5 left.
All right. So you can technically still do rate of
We
fire
did
5.
it! I figured out how to miss!
All right. And now it's Arthur's turn. And again, Arthur, sorry for the delay, but we had to figure that out the hard way.
All is well. All right.
The gunner seat is vacant, but the back hatch is open.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna get on the gunner seat.
Okay. What weapon are you using? I have a feeling I know which, but
Where is? Oh, here we go. You know what? We'll use the 30 mil.
all right. Are you using HE rounds or AP?
I feel like AP might be a little bit much. We'll go with HE.
Okie doke. Make sure those are actually loaded in, or like
How do I
loaded in.
do that?
So if you go to 30mm cannon, hit edit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, hold the HE rounds are already loaded.
Yeah.
So, and then modifiers, it is a moving vehicle, technically, so, because Mike moved earlier. So.
Why does it use agility?
It uses
for the
agility if it's mounted, it uses strength if you're carrying it.
Okay.
And because, it's not a vehicle, it's mounted, so.
It's heavy weapons either way, right?
Yeah, it's heavy weapons either way, it just uses your your agility instead of your strength. Now, I will note, you can actually fire it from the vehicle if you are in the gunner seat, which you are. Yeah, let me see if you
Yeah, I
click.
think that's the plan.
Yeah, you click 30 millimeter cannon. Then it says choose an actor, then you just choose yourself, and then you proceed as normal.
Crew. Yep, there I am. There are 2 gunners.
Yeah, there's you and Matthias. I mean, I just have. I mean, I could disable Matthias as the gunner.
Yeah, I mean, would it matter?
It shouldn't. You basically, if you just select yourself, then you should be able to fire.
Okay. Is a 30 millimeter autocannon a type of machine gun?
No. If you're thinking you could get machine gunner from it, you would have to have vehicle gunner, because that's specifically for like vehicle cannons.
I see. Foundry is being really slow today.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Oh man,
Um.
To the head.
through the head.
Oh man. So the damage on that thing, let me see, is for
5.
HE, yeah,
5.
5 crit 3. But either way, that extra success is enough to blow it to smithereens. Which one were you firing at? You didn't specify. Oh, hold on, you did. Never mind. This guy right here.
Yeah, I have it targeted.
Sorry, I didn't see the initial thing. So, with 6 damage, that is enough to absolutely blow it to smithereens.
Cool.
Oops, no, I didn't mean to fire it. I mean to do that. Okay, so it is thoroughly dead. Um,
Nice shot.
so, Tobias, who for some reason is listed as prone, I'm going to fix that. Is going to, he sees the one that Hugh fired at and missed, so he cocks his rifle and says, "Let me show you how it's done, new guy," and is going to, oh shit, which gun does he use? Because he's got like fucking 5 of them.
Right.
He's
He
got
collects them.
he's got an enemy assault rifle, a shotgun, a light machine gun. Actually, no, he's got 2 assault rifles, a shotgun, a light machine gun, and a missile launcher. Jesus.
He's not using the missile launcher, please.
No, I know he's not, especially because he doesn't have that much ammo for it. He's going to use his machine gun because that was what he was using in the last encounter. All right, so aim and fire. Let me see what the so hold on. He has, so his moving vehicles -2, and he has -2, like -2 from the moving vehicle, but he does have a +1, I believe, from machine gunner. Let me see. Does he have machine gunner? Oh, he does. Okay, so he's just at a -1. So let's see if uh, modifiers actually are busted. Let's redefine that, and yep, it is definitely modifiers that are fucked. So are you guys manually downgrading your stuff and then doing it?
For me, I was able to get it with the -1.
Oh, well, I tried rolling his machine gun and it didn't work. So what I'll do is I'll just, you know, uh, downgrade temporarily and then restore it. So yeah, I definitely should not have upgraded from fucking uh, version 11 to 12. Oh wow. Okay, but he still hits. And he does. Let's see. He's going to fire twice. Let's see. So So he fires at it and hits it twice, so that's 4 damage to it. And he shouts at his customer, "How do you like me now, bitch?" as he points at it in defiance. Alright, it is now round 2, Riley's turn.
Alrighty, Riley will target the one that just been hit from the light machine gun.
Yep, so the one in the back.
Yep. Alrighty, so be my 3. See. See. Yeah, I'll just let that one be a miss.
I can see why. Ah, okay.
Seeing as my weapon's already down to 4, I don't want to destroy it.
Yeah. Okay, but it is luckily it's Mike's turn next.
Alright, so Mike will continue spinning the tank and try to knock this guy into next week.
So yeah, it's time for round 2 of Reynolds Roundup.
Alright, I hit.
Do you want to push the d6?
Oh, I could, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
So let's
Another 5.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be pointless to roll mobility because it gets killed. So do you want to narrate how Mike kills it?
The Mike says, "Oh, you want a second round, huh?" And he spins the tank, and the back end just takes this thing and dumps him like 3 hexes away, like over here. And now he's pointing at this one, and you hear him screaming, "You're next, bitch!" Sorry, guys, in the back. You're not aimed at them. Animal blood in his brain.
Hey! Keep it slow. You're gonna toss me out the back.
Yeah, you guys probably should be hanging on.
Okay, so next is the one that was being shot at. So it is going to move to here, and then it's going to attempt another mobility to get onto the IFE. So let's see. Nope. Well, actually, I don't push, because why not? It's a desperate, dangerous creature, and it does. So basically, does like a running leap and jumps onto the onto the IFE, and it's basically right in Riley's face.
Wow!
You can see, yeah, and all of you in the vehicle, you feel like this fucking very heavy clang against the top of the IFE. Riley, you have this thing's like humid breath fogging your helmet visor. I would
It's
say
okay.
everybody gets 1 point of stress from that.
I'm not taking a point of stress. I went hand to hand with this bitch. I'm not afraid of it.
Fair enough, because you did blow its face off with a shotgun.
I
So.
already took the stress back in when I was camping by myself.
Yeah, well, I forgot about that stuff. Fair enough, but everybody else.
I half expected to hear back in Nom.
I was totally expecting that.
Well, okay, so Riley doesn't, but everybody else, like, just the sudden, like, where did this thing go? And then all of a sudden there's this massive clang. It's like, I don't think that's Santa. Like something stomping around on the roof. Okay, so it's on the roof now. But that's its turn because of double mode. This one, I forgot to mark it as dead because it got Reynoldized. All right, Hugh.
Well, I'm gonna show you a little something about how we dealt with pests back at home.
Back on the farm.
So I switched to my shotgun.
All right, so that's a fast action.
And I hear we got a little something climbing on board.
Yep.
Do I have to take moving vehicle penalties? if I'm shooting at the thing that's on the vehicle with me.
No.
Spectacular. And what's the penalty for not aiming with a shotgun?
-2.
Awesome. Apply
So
my
with your
rifleman
rifleman, that's a
bonus.
-1 overall.
Rolling. God damn it.
Modifier didn't work.
Yep. Luckily, there's no ammo dice on this one. I am not rolling any. So with a -1, it should be 2d8.
You hit it. Do you want to push the D8?
No, I'm happy with a hit. I'll take what I can get. I don't get to use this shotgun enough. That's 3 damage.
Okay, 3 damage, and that is actually enough to blast it and throw it off of the vehicle.
That's what I'm talking about. Get off my car! I fixed this thing up too much.
Yeah, I mean, and then you hear, like in the driver's seat, like after you shout, Mike's like, "Yeah, boy, get him, get him,
Yeah!
get him." You see him twirling a somehow familiar red hat that his great Paul gave him back in the day. uh, but I digress. I just that just strikes me as something Mike would do. But anyway. Okay. So you are out of combat,
Yeah!
and what do you do now?
And that's why they call it a sweeper.
So I think we gotta cut him up.
I was gonna say, who's doing the butchering?
That's gonna take a while.
Can't ride him around the town in circles anymore.
It's survival, right?
Well, keep in mind, if memory serves, cutting up a creature takes a shift, and you've got 4 of them.
Right. Do we have 4 people with survival?
Indeed, we.
Well, let's
I
take
kind
a
of do.
Chef
Riley has
has
it.
I
Chef
have
has
a
BC.
D12 in survival.
What's your? That's pretty good. D12 in survival. What's your intelligence? Oh, your intelligence is your survival. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, no.
So
I got an A nothing.
so let's see. So Felice has AD. Lena has BC. Tobias has BC. Um, in terms of NPCs, Melt Him Down has no. He just has intelligence C.
All right, we have 4 with the 2 dice.
And then hold on, what's Mike? Mike. No, he
Mike
doesn't
is
have survival.
nothing.
Yeah.
He's an A. He's
Yeah.
A intelligence, which is just crazy for Mike. I play him with like 0 intelligence, but that's okay.
I mean,
Because
that's how everybody plays him.
the way you picked your skills, you definitely don't have intelligence.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So let's review. So we've got um, Lena and Tobias, who both have BC. Riley, who's got what, AA? Or no, AB?
AB. Oh, AA with my specialty.
What specialty?
I think
I don't
no,
see
no,
you.
that won't work.
Yeah.
Normally it's scrounging.
Okay. So, but we're cutting up a dead.
AB.
All right. So, um, well, so do you guys want to cut these things up now in the middle of the night, or do you want to sleep and then do it?
If we sleep, we're not considered fully rested because we got interrupted, correct?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we need to sleep.
So we might as well just cut them up and deal
Okay.
with being tired of going into camp tomorrow.
All right. So
I hate to tell you this. I have multiple gunshot wounds.
I know, but even if you go back to sleep, it's not gonna. You've been interrupted for the shift, so you're not going to
don't
get
get
your
it
point
back.
back. No, that's why I'm saying you might as well just
Oh,
spend your
okay.
time in survival.
Well, fair enough.
all right, so let's see. You've got four dead squeezers. Um, so during this shift, yeah. Okay, so that's Riley, and I'll roll for the two absentees. Okay, you take 1 point of strain or stress.
Okay, I'll take that.
So let's
Should I roll
see.
my survival?
Are you going to be helping cutting them up?
I got nothing better to do.
Okay. Um, let's see. So
If I can
roll.
disassemble a car, I can disassemble a whatever the hell this is.
All right. So
Never mind.
oh my god. Well, Hugh, do you want to push?
You know what? No harm in it. Why not?
Yeah. So there you go.
Hey!
And then I'll have
I know a thing or two
Tobias.
because I've seen things
Tobias will
too.
push. Well, let's put it this way. Two of the squeezers are just too pulped up to get any actual meat out of. Between getting one of them getting blown sky high with HE rounds and the other one getting ran over. Um, so now comes the part with determining how much food you get, and I'm trying to figure out how do you determine that.
It's
Hunting.
there's
Yeah, there's rules in it for hunting, I think, or actually cooking.
you have to pick which animal it's closest to.
Yeah, and I think last time I determined it was like a moose, but oh yeah, food is or actually yeah, 'cause these things actually yeah, because mooses hit capacity 6, and these are, so well because um because Riley succeeded and Hugh succeeded, each of you roll me 2d6.
Gladly.
Oh my, okay. So Hugh's squeezer has a total of hold on, what, 8 times 4 is 32. Oh my god. So you get 32 rations out of yours, and then Riley has 7, and 7 times 4 is 28. So there's that, and then just and then hold on a sec. All right. Anyway, just had to deal with a bug. Um, okay, so and then this is in terms of how much food does it give you? Does it say domestic food? Or oh, hold on, wait. Domestic food is once it's been cooked. Um,
Yeah, it's just meat.
yeah. So let's
So
see.
what was the total?
So 32 plus 28 is 60. You got 60 rations of meat from the two creatures that you killed.
Do you want to just put that in the vehicle storage?
Let me just double check because I
Since
think
it's
you already,
party
I think
food.
you already guys have a stash.
I got it.
Did you already put it in?
Uh, yeah, squeezer meat, 60.
All right, cool.
I did the weight wrong. What's the weight?
The
Is
weight
it like
of wild
is it like
food.
1.25?
Let me just double check. Hold on, where is corset, gear, food, wild food? Wild food is just um it's wild because the problem is there's no item for like raw meat. So I'm just gonna count it as wild food, which has a weight of 1. Like 1 per.
That's a big piece of meat. Jesus Christ. All right. Doesn't matter. It's on the vehicle anyway.
Yeah, though, do note your vehicle is filling up. So,
I
like,
know. Hopefully, when we get to camp, we could trade some of the shit in for some ammo and shit. I mean, we got enough food. I mean, we've got 94 domestic. We probably haven't eaten, so we probably should eat.
yeah, because
So,
it's
how
about
many
to be.
players we have?
We have a total of 6 PCs. I'm not gonna make you feed the NPCs. I'll just kind of count
Okay.
them separately.
All right, so I took the domestic food off everybody for the day.
Okay, from the vehicle storage.
Yep.
Is there water in there?
Again, I would not really worry about water. We're on an ice planet, which
But
we heat up
you
water
still
every night. Look, really, we have this argument all the time. We boil water, leave it out for a couple minutes, it cools it back, and we drink the water. Water. Thank you for putting us on a frozen planet that we can melt ice for water. Water should not be an issue.
okay,
We could
fair enough.
we could boil water. We have a pot. I wouldn't worry about water. Food, yes, but water, I would only do it if we couldn't burn water, like if we were indoors somewhere.
Okay, fair
But when
enough.
we're traveling, we just take a scoop of ice and melt it, as long as it's clear white ice. It'll take a while. So when we're cutting meat up, whoever's left is
Yeah.
boiling water.
Okay, fair enough. So, all right. So, yeah, how did you meet? Because that's the rest of the night shift. Is cutting up the meat, and then I'll just say that, somebody will stand watch. Nothing else, comes at you. Okay. So
Um,
sunrise.
w-
But
we probably need to give you a freezing roll,
yes,
but I'm in the
very true.
bathroom, so give me a second.
Okay. Um. So in this case, yes, everybody will need from stamina roll. Ranger will count if you have Ranger resisting the cold.
This is all in the IFE, right?
I would say that in this case, you're not going to be have like you'd probably. Do you guys think it makes sense to have like giant bulky aliens in the passenger hold when you already have a bunch of people in there and you're trying to cut it up and do a clean
No,
sanitary
no.
job?
If you're cutting meat or boiling water, you got to make a freezing roll. If
Yeah.
you're on watch or like Mike, who's in the driver's seat, no.
Yeah, because the IFE just
Cool.
simply is not like a TARDIS. I mean, it has, um, it's already kind of cramped with the amount of crap you have in it, plus the NPCs and PCs. But adding a bunch of bulky aliens in and trying to cut them up is just kind of out of the question. So
Probably it's like I'm getting used to the cold.
yeah. So I need stamina rolls from Hugh and Arthur.
Oh, I'm not cutting them up.
Oh, you're right. You're not. I'm sorry. I for some reason thought you were going to. Oh shit, Hugh. You might want to
I
push
am
that.
though. Yep.
Usually, harvesting animals is his thing, so I understand the confusion.
I went hunting once or twice.
And then you hear Mike in the drive thing. Does shoving a firecracker up a cat's ass count as hunting?
Sometimes the coon's getting trash can. That's when I pull out the 22.
So,
Free dinner.
22 firecrackers.
Fire in the hole! Clang.
Oh no!
Oh my god. Okay, so let's see. So Arthur is in the vehicle. Hugh and Riley did stamina, and both are fine. Also, well, no, I'm not going to roll it for Tobias and Lennon. The reason why is because I do not want to have to say like, "Hey, yeah, welcome back. You have hypothermia." That just feels wrong.
Oh,
So,
big deal. Hypothermia is not a big deal. Be one thing if you say, well, I shot your arm off, but
Yeah,
hey, you
fair
froze
enough.
to death.
Fine. When you put it like that, I mean.
Shit, I spent half the game frozen, so welcome to my club.
Okay, well, anyway, they're both fine, so they did better than I thought they would. All right, so morning shift. Hugh, you said you were going to sleep, right?
I'd like to.
How far
Okay.
are we from the base?
Well, let's go over to the world map. I'll just wait for Blitz to get. There we go. So you guys are in the woods, and you're just a few hexes away from the rally point.
The question is do we want to camp here or do we want to get to the base? I'm talking. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
I
I
just
heard
don't
you.
have any input.
I don't care what we're doing for the next few hours. I am sleeping.
I guess we'll sit here then on one more shift. And because we're all going to be fatigued now, right? Too, because we didn't
Yeah.
sleep for 24 hours. So
Yes.
if we sleep now, then we clear that, right?
Yeah. Once you sleep for a
Okay.
shift, you are no longer, exhausted. So, and in the case of, and everybody would recover 1 point of stress and 1 point of health for every shift you spend resting. So, in your case, Hugh, you would heal a point of damage and the stress that you incurred from the giant fucking alien jumping on top of the IFV. So my understanding then is that you guys are going to, um, that you're going to sleep.
Yep.
Okay, and I can't remember what Lena. So let's see, Lena, because I know she's nocturnal. Sleep only possible during morning and day shifts. So are you going to have her sleep now, or are you going to have her sleep in the afternoon?
No, she's got to be our guard.
All right, then she'll sleep now. And then who would you have on guard duty um, while
No,
you're?
she's got to be our guard. She's our guard when everybody else sleeps.
Well, but the problem is that Lena can only sleep during the morning and day shifts because of her mental trauma. That's why she was
Right. So
keeping guard
she'll.
at night.
I know, but she's shit out of luck. Unless
So
somebody else wants to be
okay, okay. Well, then
fatigued.
let me put it this way. Then, if she keeps watching now, she is going to sleep during the day shift. Like that is non-negotiable.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
And that won't interrupt her with going into the base, will it?
what do you mean?
Because we'll be going into the base next shift. Oh shit! You know what? Riley will stay up and just be fatigued because she won't be. We're gonna go into the base in the middle of a shift, and there's gonna be too much activity for her to sleep. So I'll let her sleep, and then I'll just be fatigued.
Okay. Well, actually, what you could do, let's see, in terms of NPCs, do any of the uh, background characters have Raycon? No, they don't. Um, let's see. Well, here's what I'll do is I will
Oh
have
shit! I was marked as hyperthermic. I must be
force of habit.
hyperthermic. Am I still hyperthermic?
No, you did
Okay.
the stamina. You're fine. Here's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Felice because she's not here and she has no potential of showing up from what she said. So Felice is gonna stand guard. That way Lena
All
can
right.
sleep and Riley can sleep. And Felice, if you're
Okay.
wondering, her recon is AC, so not terrible, but
Okay.
yeah,
It's not bad.
yeah, it's pretty good. So she is going to keep watch while everybody sleeps. And you did already
Okay.
eat before, so you're set on that front. So we'll just skip over the morning shift, and we are now in the day shift. So you guys are heading just straight to the rally point.
Correct.
Okay, so let's just double check in terms of fuel consumption. Per hex, it is like doubled off road, so you're going 1, 2, 3 hexes. So how many units of fuel do you have left? You have 296 out of 420. Your consumption is 14, so 14 times 2 is 28, times 3 is 84. So
And then don't forget to take for the shifts we just sat there to keep the heater on. So it's just the default.
Okay, so that and then minus 14. So you're down to 198.
Okay.
All right. And that will get you to the rally point. So, at long last you make it there. So basically as you you make your way through the terrain, you eventually see, like over the hills, like the wreckage of a downed separatist frigate. That definitely strikes you as a place that Marines would use as a rally point. That downed enemy frigate. By this point, it's blanketed in snow. But you do notice as you kind of drive towards camp. Actually, speaking of which, I got to roll the weather. I got a little carried away. So /RD6. Let's see. Oh, perfect clear weather. That coincides nicely.
All right.
So yeah, as you're driving in, so you notice that there's definitely a lot of activity outside. And I would say on like your GPS or radar, there are a bunch of friendly signals, so it's not like you're just driving straight into an enemy camp. And you notice there's basically like some very concealed but ad hoc like guard towers. Um, and as you're pulling up to, like, I mean, are you driving towards the front entrance?
Should we radio?
You can. Or alternatively, do you wait until you're
Hey,
hailed?
Sergeant, we got friendlies ahead. Do you want to radio them? Because I'm not the commander in this game.
Well, I'll let you basically act like for Tobias if you want, or like you guys can. Well, actually, realistically, Hugh, you're like the nerd of the group, so you would be on the radio, right?
Yeah, I guess
That's
so. I'm
messed
the one
up.
that knows how to fix it.
Yeah.
It's a tech roll.
Well, not I
Just
mean
to
not
use
not
it?
to talk on comms, but to fix
Yeah,
it.
it
Yes.
is. The talk on comms is a tech roll. It's
What?
I
That's
hate that.
crazy to me.
But my team, my home party hated it because our commander was an attack and he couldn't talk on the radio. He was like,
Well,
well, I should say the tech is the beat. I mean, anybody could talk on the radio. It's
Yeah.
trying to beat the encryption. It's a
well,
tech roll.
but here's what I'm saying is that you don't need to hack into it because these are friendly forces and you're in an allied vehicle. Like there is no difficulty in talking to them. That's why I'm saying you don't need to roll because there's no chance of failing.
Okay.
So, like you can just like I'm saying like you can hail them or like anybody can like jump in his place or you can just wait until they hail you and then respond accordingly. So, what do you want to do?
I'm
I would
gonna
say
hail
radio.
ahead of time and give warning. Basically, I'm just gonna communicate. We are arriving from this direction in this vehicle. Hold your fire. And where should we park?
And you hear the like you basically would get a um, like responsive like please verify your operating number.
I assume I have that and can do
You,
that.
as an Interstellar Marine, you would. I don't think we etched out what yours is, but to avoid penalizing either of us, I'll just say that you give it, unless you like insist on abstaining.
I give my number.
Okay, so and like the female voice on the other side is just like please hold, and there's some like whirring noises in the background, and like like operating number identity confirmed. Please proceed to this gate, and she gives directions, and she says like stand by for inspection.
All right.
So
I'll
yeah,
make sure that's all relayed to the person driving.
Mike.
So I got a question for you.
For me?
Yeah. Uh, are you allowing us to put what was it? A cache? Can we create caches in this game?
Like supply caches or like
Yeah.
money? Supply caches, yeah, you can have a supply cache set up somewhere if you want, like a stockpile. Like I think that's what they say in the book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like nothing is stopping you from having a stockpile or a base.
Because Riley's like, well, that doesn't sound good. I think they're gonna take all of our shit. Do we want to drop our shit off somewhere?
Or we could hide it under all the meat.
I is under all the meat.
See, I watched this movie once. It was in some fancy faraway space thing, right? And there was this guy named Lunchbox.
I'm
I think I
probably
might have
putting
seen
it.
that
We
too.
don't have enough time to dig a cache at this point, so I guess we just drive in and hope for the best. Hope they don't take all our stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Astron. I'm gonna give you an extra point of XP for that because that was funny.
That was
Actually,
good.
well, now here's the thing. Astron, it's not just an inside joke between us, but Blitz also knows. He's referencing something that happened in the Star Wars game that I've been running.
Oh man.
Like basically where like the pilot of the ship was a clone with a huge appetite, and we were like, well, the players are like true to form like this group. Like let's try to smuggle this like this requisitioned gear so we can keep it for ourselves. How are we going to hide it? We'll just hide it in a par like candy bar wrappers.
And blame it on the guy who eats a lot.
Yeah, it's like, oh, lunchbox. Why were you trying to hide an RPG and demolition charges?
Just like, oh, I didn't even know that was under there.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys drive up to the rally point. You see that the um, like the guards there are in fact Interstellar Marines, by both their like IFF transponders and the uniforms and armor they're wearing. And um, you see out comes a sergeant and a couple of Marines. Um, do you drop the ramp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's
So
our highest commander?
Tobias.
Is Tobias? Is he a sergeant?
Tobias was actually field promoted to gunnery sergeant.
Okay. So I'm guessing he would then meet them at the gate.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to
When
give
they,
you guys a little bit
yep.
of agency. But yeah, Tobias, I mean,
Yep.
he is gonna get out. Like he drops the ramp, he gets out. He goes over, and you can hear over comms that, or actually, hell, you can probably just hear the conversation. Um, you see, like this one Marine, the sergeant, she introduces herself to Tobias as Staff Sergeant Emily Alieri, and um, she like Tobias is saying like he runs her through the situation of like how many passengers are in the vehicle. He does know that there is a separatist deserter, i.e. Lena, who is in the vehicle as well. So he's just saying like just don't react and impulsively shoot her. And he basically just mentions like, this is our cargo and this is what we've been doing. We're here for Major Hamada and you know Valieri and the guards accompanying her. Basically, just take a look in the vehicle. They just see all of you guys. They do the little cursory exam of the vehicle. They do not take anything,
Oh, that's good.
so they are kind of off put by the smell and the amount of meat. But they don't take anything, whether it's the meat or or the weapons or whatever. They just take note of it, and they're once they've confirmed that there aren't any like Trojan horse separatist soldiers in it, they're like, you're free to proceed. And Tobias gives her a nod. He gets back in the vehicle, and well, actually,
Did you ask her where the major is?
I was about to. Yeah, I was backpedaling a sec. So basically, Alieri says They're like she basically points to, and she's kind of doing this to where like Mike can see, um, but she directs them to there is a one of the hangar doors of the down ship has a ramp that leads into an ad hoc vehicle garage. So she basically gives you instructions like, go park in there, and then make your way to the what was it? Just look through my notes. Um, Hamada is in the command ops room along with his top subordinates. You are expected. So
All right.
she says, I mean, unless there are any other questions, you're free to proceed.
Yeah, Raleigh goes, so Sarge, why don't you tell us what adventures that you've been seeing over here?
And she shrugs and says, I haven't been seeing much, Corporal. It's like for the rest of the court, like Skyrim reference incoming. The rest of the Marines are out here going on adventures, and what do I get? Guard duty.
Have you
Says
been
kind of
seeing a lot of them around here?
a lot of separatists, thankfully no, and I hope it stays that way.
How many are here? How many survived?
How many Marines? We have a company's worth.
Already.
So, because you would see there are quite a lot of Marines, like both working inside and like in the hangar and outside. Um,
Okay.
Like there's definitely a decent amount. Like you could probably guess, like from what you've heard, this is the majority of the Marines on this planet.
All right. I
So,
ask her, where's the shit? What the hell is the tank called? Uh, where's the mess? And who's the cook?
um, I was not prepared for that question, but the staff sergeant, she gives those directions. Like she gives the
Okay.
name of the cook, and she gives like where the mess hall is.
All right.
And
Because we
she
got a
warns
lot
you
of
of like
meat to be cooked.
yeah,
So
yeah. She
my
glances
plan
into the
was we
vehicles
could,
like, yeah, I can tell.
you always make friends with the cook. No matter where your piece you're on, you always make friends with the cook.
I can't exactly deny that, she says.
Stephen Seagal taught me that.
Ah,
If anybody watched, was it Battleship? No, not Battleship. What the hell was it when he had to rescue? He was the cook, and they took over the battleship to get the nuclear weapons, and he was him and some hot chick that came out of the cake. I can't think of what the name of the movie is.
Well,
They had
okay.
to
Steven
fight all the
Seagal.
dudes. Yeah, on the battleship.
Yeah,
I
that
can't
does all
remember.
of his action scenes sitting down.
I don't know. No, but I can't remember what movie it was from back in the day. I'm kind of old, so it's kind of my old movie. All right, I have no more questions for
Okay.
the sergeant.
Well, if anybody else has, like whether that's Arthur or Hugh, I mean, if you want to ask any questions to Alieri, then you can. If
Mike
not,
yells up, "Where did I park this bucket of?"
and looks at Mike and says, "I already mentioned that, Private. It's over there." She does like a thumbs gesture over, like it'd be that way, kind of deal.
I thought that was in a major, but
No,
where do we
she
park?
specifically said that there's
Permanent park.
basically there's a ramp leading up into one of the hangar bays that's being used as a vehicle garage. The major is in the command ops room, like basically the bridge. Those are two separate
And
places.
everybody's vehicles are in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Mike said, I don't like that. Trap my vehicle in that bullshit? No. What is there somewhere by the ramp that we could park?
I mean, you can park
You have to cover
outside, but
underneath. Yeah, I was because it's cold. That's why. Then we don't have to run the day. All right, I guess we're inside. Damn cold planet.
yeah, the planet that just a few minutes ago you were praising, like, oh, we don't have to worry about water. Damn cold planet.
At least we get something out of it. I mean, Christ, everything's a negative on this planet.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the point. Um, so, yeah, so basically hover your way into the vehicle garage, you'll note there are definitely a mixed bag of vehicles. Most of them are kind of light vehicles. There are a couple of trucks. There is a tank, and most impressively, you actually see a command titan, which, as a reminder, is basically so the titans are mechanized walkers. Command titans replace the modular weapons for dual lasers and have energy shielding and an onboard AI.
Well then.
So this is a
Basically gonna
very
get attacked, and we're gonna need to use that thing.
maybe.
Chekhov's gun, baby.
I mean, depending on if you leave a very obvious trail back to the base, then yes. But
Okay, guys. So we have a bunch of chunks of meat that are about a pound each, right? Has anybody ever watched Pirates of the Caribbean?
no.
I've never
damn,
seen a
okay.
movie.
I was gonna say like what.
half jokey reference, but I'm referring to them throwing barrels off the ship to leave a trail. So let's Hansel and Gretel
Well,
this shit.
what were you guys thinking of doing? Like, like it's like calling the separatists, hey, I want to order a pizza, deliver it here.
That would
So-
be. Oh man.
Yeah, I need to order about a company's worth of pizzas.
All right, I need an industrial sized bag of Skittles. And I'm gonna leave a
I need
long
Santa's magic sack, so
trail.
there's an infinite amount. But anyway, so wow, that's the
scary.
second Santa joke I made in one session. Anyway, so yeah, so basically you're free to proceed into the vehicle garage. I mean, there's a mech, there's a tank, there's a bunch of other miscellaneous vehicles. You do note an overall lack of aircraft. But yeah, so that's the vehicle. There are Marines in there. Some of them kind of watch you as a new vehicle enters the fray. And especially your vehicle, how much battle it's seen.
Yeah, we lost a bit of the paint job.
So Mike is going to make it look good coming in.
Make the vehicle look good or make his entrance?
No, make his entrance looks good. He's gonna come flying in here, spin that shit, and back it in, and
No,
then when everybody looking at him, he pops up and says, "Hey, boys, I'm back."
Okay, do me a pilot.
Yeah,
Do
Mike.
me a
I
driving
did.
roll. Oh,
I
you
did. I
did?
got a success.
I'll tune the radio to the most obnoxious rock station on the planet.
Hold on.
We got hydraulics in this thing.
No, we're a hover tank.
Well, Mike starts playing like this, like kind of like rockabilly style.
Rockabilly. Banjo and
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like why do I hear redneck boss music and all of a sudden this fucking IMV goes flying into the hangar? But no. Here's the only thing that make it funnier is if it's narrated like a movie trailer. It's like you hear the rumbling of an IMV and like it's like this summer, America's favorite homicidal mechanic is back. It just comes driving in. So, anyway. So the Marines, like, they are just absolutely not like amazed, like, oh, you're so cool and all. They're like, what the fuck did I just see in awe? And yeah, so you guys make your way into the hangar with style.
Damn
And
right.
what do you do next?
Mike goes, "What? No applause?"
And the Marines, after seeing like, okay, this individual is possibly very deranged, they just slowly clap.
Alrighty.
Never
Mike gets out.
disappoint the man with a 20 mil. Or whatever caliber that massive gun is.
30.
It's
Yep.
loaded with HE, it doesn't matter.
It's
It's big enough.
Yeah. That's how Mike
we-
like cocks these other men. My cannon on my tank's bigger than yours. Anyway.
So I'll get out, look around. Does anybody come over?
No.
Okay.
Like nobody. Like the Marines and like after witnessing Mike's like little spectacle, they like after they kind of like well that just happened. They just go back to what they were doing.
Let's see. What do we have? Who's our tech?
That would be Hugh.
Oh, okay.
Need some?
And technically Mike
Well,
because he, that was what he was originally supposed to be, but he was too good at it. So
he was too good at it. Mike is going to work on. Riley's going to hand him his gun and say, "Mike, can you handle getting this thing back into par? Too many jams." Has anybody else got some weapons they need taken care of while we're in talking?
Yeah. Yeah.
oh shit. Let's
Yeah,
see.
the E10, it's a little fucked up.
Ah! Reliability 2. Oh my god.
What, did you use this thing as a fucking club? Yeah.
Yep. I hit it against his head, but his head was harder than the gun. So, okay, so Mike is going to repair Riley's gun as well as
This is
Arthur's.
Riley's.
Oh, you're rolling for him. Okay. You
Alrighty,
rolled
and
driving.
then
Oh no, never
no, I
mind, never
didn't.
mind.
I
I didn't
rolled.
scroll. I didn't scroll all the way down. That's my bad.
All right,
That
so I
was
got one success for Riley's gun. I will not push that. And then for the heavy machine gun, right? Is
my
that
heavy
what I'm
machine gun.
repairing? Yeah, so 2 successes on that one.
Well,
You know what? I'll push that.
yeah.
Ah, fucking Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, mark up stress on Mike, but yeah. So
Yep.
basically, Riley's gun gets 1 reliability back, and Arthur's gets 2.
What's that?
Your gun recovers 2 reliability from Mike's tech roll,
Perfect.
and Riley's recovers 1. So you're at the rally point. Your Mike will be like he basically has like a duffel bag full of guns, and um, he asks the Marines on it like, "Excuse me, good sir, man, where's that old armory?" And the Marines they give him directions, and Mike will tell y'all later. And he like waddles very bow-leggedly towards the towards the armory. So Mike goes and does that. Um, for the team who's going to report to the major, who all are you bringing?
I'm here now.
Finally.
I'll go. May as well show the one that's still bleeding out of a couple holes. Show we've been doing something.
So we now have our commander back?
It would appear so.
Already. So we're going to go meet the major. Who do you want to take with you?
What has happened to Willow's gun? Well, my computer's
Mike
started.
ran over a bunch of these big animals. Then we spent the night and got 60 meat from them.
Mhm.
Then we rested in the morning. And now it's afternoon shift. We just drove into the base, and it's the base is a crashed ship, and they've taken it over as the base. And there's about a company of Marines here, and we're inside the vehicle bay on the ship. And Mike just drove in like a hot race car driver with his hillbilly music blasted, and really impressed the Marines in the vehicle bay. Not, but he
Well,
thinks he did.
more like stunned them, like left them speechless, but not necessarily the way
Yeah.
he was expecting.
Oh, it's Mike. He
Yeah.
thought he did really good. He got
Yeah,
an applause.
he thought he was like cool.
Yeah.
So
So Mike is working on repairing guns, while the rest of us were going to go talk to the major, I think. Unless you had something else you want us to do.
So we're at the early point. Is everybody here? I'm guessing. Real quick
Right.
question before I make my decision. How's the dog?
He's fine.
Oh, we
One.
never rolled the stamina roll for the dog. He might be cold.
I mean,
Oh no, he's fine. He's fine.
Well,
he's got fur.
he was sleeping in the IFE when you guys were cutting up the
Oh,
meat.
okay.
Yeah, and
Like
he's
there was
got
no
fur.
reason for him to be outside.
He's got an advantage against us. He's got hair.
He's got hair.
Yeah, dog. Those things, the dogs can, they be chilling.
I mean,
But
you guys, when you first found him, he was walking down the road alone in the middle of a blizzard. So
yeah, we're gonna take real good care of him. We avenged him and his like former family. Oh, he's got a new family. But yeah, I mean, does anyone specifically want to come at all? Because if not, I mean, everyone who's in the VC could come. Honestly.
Yeah, Riley would like to go just so he could see. I got to know where it's part of my mission. I need to try to find where the commander is because I need to slap him in the face. So just be warned that
Which
that's
wait,
happening.
you're talking about the major?
No, the major wasn't in command, was he? It wasn't
no,
him, was he?
no, I'll say this much: that you guys know the commander, like basically supreme commander of your division, is Major General Matthew LaRoe.
Oh,
And
you want to
that
slap the major general, bro?
Yeah,
that
I
is
want to slap him in the face. That's
Oh,
my overall goal.
not gonna lie, I might have to arrest you after that. They might force me to
You
arrest you.
arrest me, but I got my. I did my
Hey,
big picture.
I
My
support it
big
though.
picture is to slap the dude in the face.
I support it. I guess.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
just to be clear though, that the guy that you're going to meet is not that. So
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I mean, yeah. I guess everybody in VC could come because like there's only 4 of us, and why would we exclude like people in VC? It's just 4 of us. The rest of the people who aren't here in VC could just be chilling. I guess.
yeah. Well, I'll say
They
that
weren't here.
they come along with you in the sense that way, like they can, um,
Yeah.
that
They're
they
not
were there
there.
in the scene, so they're party to the information that was discussed.
Yeah, they're like there, but like they're not there. You know what I mean?
Well, one's sleeping.
That is also true.
Yeah,
But
there's.
yeah, everybody can. I guess yeah. Let's just get this show on the road, guys.
All right. So, and as a reminder, because you weren't here, but your character was talking to basically the staff sergeant who was manning the guard post, she explained that um, there is like basically a command ops room aboard the Separatist frigate that is where the major and his like inner circle are conducting operations. So that's where you're supposed to go.
Thank you. So I head over there.
All right. So the party goes over there. In the yeah. So um, yeah. Once you make your way to the like you make your way into the bridge of the ship, and you actually you enter like during the middle of a conversation with a bunch of officers, and you do you see one of them has like Colonial Marine style. Well, let me put it this way. So one of them you recognize as where is it? Name wise, Major Hamada, as a Japanese guy, as his name would imply.
Mm-hmm.
You also see a couple of other officers including. Well, my question for you, Tobias specifically, do you have your helmet on?
Well, I mean, I'd probably take it off once I enter, but until I have entered, I'm probably gonna have it on.
So, um, but yeah, you do see. Let me see. I don't have art for all these people, but 4 other officers, 1 woman, 3 guys, and one of the guys, Tobias, you would actually recognize as your father.
Okay. I'm gonna pretend like I'm not excited to see my dad after like fucking like the grueling fucking hellscape that we've had experienced, and so I'm gonna act professional.
Yeah. So and I'll note that Robert he notices you walk. I mean, they all notice you come in. You can see that his eyes like widen like very suddenly, but also very slightly, kind of like just a little sort of like hand clap speed. Um, like just
Hmm.
like wow, like I wasn't expecting to see my son. He doesn't make a big show of it either. Um, but you see all these like high echelon guys that Hamada of course is the one who speaks and says like um, who are you? Do you have business to discuss here on the with the command staff?
Gunnery Sergeant O'Connor here reporting from the field.
And he jogs his memories like O'Connor. He says that he looks at the other O'Connor in the room for a second, um, and Robert just remain. He has like a straight face, and he says, O'Connor, wait, hold on, you're from Bravo Squad, right?
Yes, sir. This would be the rest of my squad as I motion to the rest of them.
And basically, so Hamada says that yes, I was Captain Taylor told me quite a lot about you and your squad. Definitely have been accomplishing a lot behind the scenes, it would seem. And you were the ones that uh, were sent by a mutual friend of ours, correct? He says he doesn't name the source, um, but he's just trying to see if you implicitly if you're on the same wavelength and you get it.
That would be
He's
correct.
implicit. Okay, cool. So he basically says, where is it? To like he says to Tobias, but also like mainly speaking to you, but also looking at the rest of your squad. Um, he says, right, I need you to follow me, and he specifies to you know leave your helmets and all communication devices you have outside, and follow me into my office.
Got it. I set up my stuff like basically all together, but
Okay.
I
For the
follow
rest of
right
you,
there.
are you going to comply, or are you going to try to smuggle in any comms?
Oh no.
Yeah, I imagine there's a very good reason not to have communication equipment with us.
Well, I understand. I know. I'm sure you guys are going to comply, but I always feel the obligation to ask because there would be a player in the past who'd be like, oh yeah, well I'm actually going to sneak into comm device and see what happens. I mean, I'm just asking if anybody has a reason to or wants to try. Let me know, but if not, then we'll proceed.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So Hamada, so basically, once you leave all your shit outside, he enters his office. He sits down at a desk that probably once belonged to an enemy commander, and so he explains to you guys that, um, as I'm sure you know, I've been working with the UES intelligence operative, the Mediator, to try and suss out a traitor before he or she can inflict tremendous damage against the Rican Marines. And to do that, I have a plan in mind that I've coordinated with a mediator in my inner circle of officers, and I will relay it to you. And so basically, the plan he discusses is we're gonna set a fake convoy objective with your squad and Delta Squad. Delta Squad is going to pose as the convoy objective, the quote unquote bait, and you're going to lie in wait to ambush the convoy. Your goal is to take as many enemies captive as you can, ideally sparing officers at the bare minimum, and from there, interrogate them. The intent is that if they knew about the convoy, then they would know somebody leaked that information to them, and then from there we can find out who. And he says that um, for this test, I got to emphasize that you are not to tell anyone else other than Delta Squad, who already knows. Like basically, as in, um, then I mean, obviously he's speaking more clearly than me, but he's just saying like Delta Squad already knows. But other than discussing it with them, you do not discuss it to anybody else because he says we're just trying to reduce the amount of suspects and people who could tip the enemy off about the plan. And he just says full disclaimer that If you do, you are going to be considered as complicit in the treason being committed.
Classic counterintelligence.
Understood,
Okay.
sir.
And he also says that he will notify the other higher ranked officers who are still alive of the plan, and the idea being to start that if any of them are the traitor, they'll notify the separatists who would in turn assault the convoy.
Got it.
And he
Seems like a
also says, like, just he gives you a little bit of a recap, like describing each of the officers. So there's and again, I don't have art for them, but most of them are NPCs, like background characters. There's Major Courtney Devereaux, Robert O'Connor, Major Robert O'Connor, Captain Todd Ayers, and Captain Edward Becker. So those are basically he and those four are the five highest ranked remaining IMC officers still operating.
makes sense. I believe I gave you art for for Robert for
You
Tobias's
did,
dad.
but I don't.
I
haven't
I
gotten
don't
around to it.
really care about seeing it right now either. So
Well, I haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna because it's on my old account. So
right.
So there's still no word from the general.
Yamada, I would fucking
Laurel.
Leroy. There we go.
Hamada
Yeah,
says that General Lareau, he was so he was at, let me check what fucking base it was on the map. If memory serves, he was at Fort Helena, or no, Fort Juneau, here, when it got attacked by the Separatists. Like, the Separatists fucking swarmed Fort Juneau. Major Hamada was there, but he was never reported as killed in action. So we don't know if he actually is dead and they just didn't report it, or if he was taken prisoner, or worst case scenario, he's colluding with the Separatists. We don't know that. We have insufficient intel to ascertain. What now?
All those options. Also, I'm getting on the. Yeah, I am now arriving in the game. Computer. But other than that, I guess Tobias would mostly say those are all sound plans.
How big is
When
Delta?
do we
Delta Squad is currently down to 5 members. There is, well, first of all, Crosshair, Marty's character, because he left the game, I just said that, his character was reassigned to Delta Squad because they were low on manpower. But Delta Squad currently consists of Crosshair, is led by Sergeant Keating, and consists of their medic daughter, as well as Jason Romeo, who you've fought with in the past. And all of them bar Crosshair with those people that you rescued from the prison.
Yeah, I was about to say, so we basically know all.
Yeah, you know all of them.
So kind of like a reunion of sorts.
Yeah, the last time you saw him was within a week ago, honestly.
Still, I mean, it's good to see friendly faces.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna ask. So when do we sign up?
Hamada looks to you guys, and he especially notes how fucking banged up Hugh is. He says because we don't really have any kind of deadline for when this plan needs to commence. Why don't you notify me once you guys are all battle ready, and that's when we'll launch.
Understood. I'm gonna look to the rest of them, and I say, believe that is a sign that you guys can get some.
So are we talking tomorrow then?
Maybe. I mean, we can do it tomorrow in 2 days. We try to I don't know.
Well, Hamada basically he's saying like rest until you're fully ready to fight, i.e., Hugh, rest all of your damage.
Yeah.
Like anybody with crits get those treated because basically you're at a safe haven. That does not mean you're on vacation. It just means take a sufficient amount of time to prepare yourselves before going out in the field again.
That also means we can train.
Train, like get specialties.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
do that.
yeah. I have no problem with that. If you want to roll, if you want to do well, not roll for specialties, but like get specialties. Yes.
Yeah, because just because we're here just chilling doesn't mean we have to.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of
Roll.
options. I mean, you just got here.
That is right. I did want to do one thing. I don't know if my character's dad is still busy. That I didn't want to have it.
Well, you are currently in Hamada's office. You don't actually know what he's doing outside.
Oh yeah, no. I'm saying like whenever like he gets it, figures.
But yeah, no, I know you want to speak with him. We'll get to that. But Hamada looks to you all and says, "Are there any further questions?"
Um, so where is this ambush going to happen?
Good question. The ambush will happen along the road, like basically south here. Let me just mark it with an X, the specific hex. Where is my drawing tools? Freehand, there we go. So basically where this X is, this is the hex that the ambush is going to happen in. Because the idea, so basically
Hold on
Hamada,
a
like he
second.
gives,
Hold on a second. Bathroom down here doesn't have any wipes. I'm trying to fix my printer. Where's the hex at?
down here
That
by
the
Stone
text
Shop.
here?
Yes. So basically Hamada, like the plan that he was discussing, um, like, with others is that um, you know, assessment of the terrain was that there is like a tree line. There's a tree line. So there's a road there, but there's a tree line that kind of cuts across. So there's cover for you to get in there. And basically the idea is that Delta Squad is going to drive through there, and then hopefully the idea is that the Separatists are going to either drive through there or get set up, and then you're going to ambush them. So they're ambushing Delta Squad, and you're ambushing the Separatists. And we picked a
And
location that's along the road but has sufficient cover.
so in the past, have they attacked you? And how many forces did they usually bring to that ambush?
Well, I mean, this specific ambush, this is basically like a sting. We have not done this before, so we don't know.
Best week.
What?
It's essentially a setup.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like a setup, kind of. What the fuck? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no, because my mic sensitivity wasn't picking me up. But yeah, no, yeah. That's the best way. Like that's basically what Tobias is like. Yeah, it's like a setup. It's like imagine like a sting operation that like a federal organization like the police would do, or like the FBI. It's like that, but on the military scale. My God.
So, with that address, are there any further questions?
Will they be supplying the fuel and ammo for this? Do they have fuel and ammo?
Yes, in terms of fuel, with this being kind of like a plot, like a narrative thing, you will be temporarily, kind of like with the prison objective. If you are specifically following the plan, then you are on effectively unlimited fuel. However, if you deviate, then you're going to be counting fuel again. Like, as in, like, if you, for example, just to clarify, like, if you go from the rally point to here, and then from here to the rally point, um, you won't be tracking fuel. However, if you decide to go like here instead, or go here, or basically anywhere that would be a longer route that is not part of the mission, then you're going to be tracking fuel. But other than that, if you just basically go south and north, then you're fine.
They're giving us exactly enough fuel to do the minimum of what they want us to do.
Pretty much. Like as long as you follow the minimum,
Exactly.
like the path of like minimum resistance and distance and stuff, then you're fine.
Okay.
Got it. Speaking of ammo, there's a weapon that I specifically want ammo for.
What would that be?
It's my rocket. I haven't gotten ammo since I've like stopped using it. I have like 2 rockets left.
Well, ATGMs aren't exactly easy to come by, but I'm sure you can barter with a quartermaster.
Yeah, that's why I haven't used them, but I've used them very effectively. I will say. Pretty sure like every time I have used it, something has been destroyed or killed.
Well, if you've been making effective
Notably
use of
that
it,
mech.
Sergeant, then I suppose that's what matters.
Yes. I just don't want to run out of it because I only have 2 shots left.
I don't care what I'm saying. Maybe next time don't use it on the Joker's platoon, but
Well,
just
I
so you can
mean,
scream, "How do you like me now,
they
bitch?" to your former rival.
they deserved it.
Yeah, but that was
honestly,
cool.
And I got shot. I got shot in the fucking. I wanted to take them out as quickly as possible.
All right. Anyway, but so yeah, but like in terms of basically for ammunition, um, like of any kind, you can barter with like the quartermaster of the remaining Marines to get it.
Until I can find my father, that's probably what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be like, hey, you see that rocket you got over there? You mind if I can get some ammo for it?
Okay.
Just trying to like
So in that
move forward.
case, what we're going to do? So there are no further questions for the major.
I don't have any.
Nope.
All right. Then he tells you, Sergeant, you and your squad are dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Keep me posted on when you're ready to commence the plan. And he says, and
Understood, sir.
remember, do not tell anyone else.
Understood, sir.
So, and
With
then
that,
after
I'm
that,
probably gonna walk out. Yeah.
yeah. So, like basically, um, he like because the only reason he went into the office was just to talk to you in private. He follows you out, um, and he goes back to talking to one of his counterparts. And then also before that, he does remind you as like a gesture of courtesy, says you're free to, uh, recollect your equipment on your way out.
Got it. So yeah, I do that. First thing I'm probably gonna do, head over to the quartermaster.
All right, so here's what I'm thinking we'll do in terms of order. Because I mean, obviously I know that Kronk wants to talk to his dad. That will be last because I have a feeling it'll take the longest.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
in terms of, we'll do the quartermaster first and then see what the other three want to do. Um, so the quartermaster, again, I don't like, kind of like the chef because I wasn't necessarily expecting this even though I should have. I don't have a name for this Marine. Um, but yeah, the quartermaster just says like, oh, hello, uh, gunnery sergeant, O'Connor. What can I do for you?
good evening. I have no idea what his rank is, but I'm just
Probably,
gonna say
probably like a
like
sergeant.
an NCO. Yeah, I said good evening, Sergeant. I wanted to request something from you. It's it's quite funny. See, before I became a squad lead, I used to carry this thing. I like I kind of motion to like what if I see like a rocket, like an ATGM in like the background, I point to it, and I say I've been needing some ammo for it for quite a while. Would you happen to have any?
Let's check the barter rules because this is I haven't dabbled with this since Road to Wusan. Let's see. Equipment, vehicles, trade. So let's see. So, in terms of the, let's see, supply guided missiles. So the quartermaster, gestures like he basically pulls out like walks over, brings over a missile. He says, "Well, we've got one of these. Should work just fine, but you know, ammo, especially ATGMs, don't grow on trees. So what do you have to trade?"
Other than the sweet release of death for the separatists, let me check.
Do what?
Uh, I have a few things actually. I said I'm gonna check. I have a few things actually. Now that I think about it, I have. Let me double check. What is this? Ooh, okay. Is that the no? I have a separatist. Surprisingly, I forgot I had that. I have one of those. I have me here a frag grenade. I have food. Lots of it actually.
And the
Oh, dude.
quartermasters is like, well, it's a good thing. I mean, good thing you got food because these. I mean, I'm not the chef, but these Marines. I mean, they've been chowing down, and like ammo, MRE certainly aren't growing on trees around here.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't give up all the food we have, but I'd have to talk with the rest of my squad. I mean, we have a we had a pretty good haul on the way here.
So ultimately, what are you? This is GM talking. What are you trading?
Probably the shitload amount of food we just got, like a little bit of it.
Well, let's see. In terms of
No,
uncooked, where is it? Because like I said to everybody else before you showed up, I counted it as like wild food. Because wild food is technically like bushes and berries and stuff like that. But because it was uncooked, let's see, squeezer meat, that would be price 0. Um, domestic food, does that have a? So they're not the quartermaster isn't especially interested in raw meat. However, if you were to cook it, then yes. But you do have
um,
never mind. So what were you trading?
What is he looking for?
well, I'm I'm trying to get a rocket
No, no,
and
not you. What does he
ammo
want?
for my rocket.
What does
But
he need?
Well, he basically, I mean, there's not any sort of specific thing that this guy wants because the situation that the IMC is in right now is that they need weapons and they need to keep the troops fed and you know hydrated. Well, hydrated again, I mean, salt, but
yeah, then
food is a different matter.
I'll
So we
just
have a
give this
bunch
guy
of the
food then. I mean, we have a
Spar
lot of
37 rifles.
Yeah, because
that
you
is
could
also
you
true. I did
could
offer
trade
him
over
a
a
lot.
bunch of assault rifles and get get some what you call it. Actually, shit, you only need to trade. Hold on, let's see. So what I'm going to say with this missile and the situation it is that actually, yeah, even if I doubled the price, it's going to be akin to one assault rifle. So if you trade over one of the spars, though, actually, no, in this case, I'm going to say because the spar is locked, the price you have to understand is, um, like,
Actually, no. These are unlocked.
oh, they're unlocked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have 2, 4, 6, 7 unlocked.
yeah, they're
True, but the
unlocked.
reliability went down as a result.
I mean, a weapon's a weapon.
Hello. They can maybe be
Yeah, I
there.
don't think.
You don't have a choice. You either unlock it and bring the reliability down. There's no way around that, right? That's gonna be the
Right. That
rules of the
doesn't
game.
change the fact that it lowers the value because it's a potentially
Right.
less
So we give
reliable
him
gun.
more guns. We got
Okay.
7 guns. How
Yeah,
many missiles can we get
yeah,
with
you
7
can give
guns?
him more guns. I'm just saying that they're not going to be worth 1,000 because that's 1,000 is a gun that is in perfectly reliable condition and is not locked.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I would say that the reliability,
that's
um,
fine.
I would say if it's at 3 out of 5, that would probably bring the price down to 600 units, which I would say in this case you would need to trade over 2 of the rifles and then you can get the missile.
Does he only have 1 missile?
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
only 1.
Yeah, okay. That's okay, I guess. I guess I can trade. Well, I already have 1 on me, so I can just trade the other one.
Well, you could just trade the ones in the vehicle. Just delete
Well, I
the
was
2
gonna say
there, and
because I
then you
already
can
have
add a
1 on
missile.
me and I don't use. I was gonna say that I already have 1 on me and I don't use it. So
All right, then you can sell that one and then one of the vehicle.
yeah, so we don't have to waste all the vehicle ones. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
do that. I'll just
So
delete
in
this
that
one or something.
case, yeah, but and he does mention that it says, I mean, that may be the one that was in stock now, but if you check back in, because we have Marine, um, raiding parties that head out every so often that, um, yeah, because I'll point out that you'll note that, um, it's been said that it was as a company's worth of Marines that are holed up here, but there aren't that many in one spot. And the reason why coincides with what the guy's saying that there are raiding parties that go out to get more resources. So he said, I mean, if you check in another time, there might be more.
Understood. Good to know.
What about 30 millimeter HE or AP? Or is that
Let's
stock from them because this is a mission for them?
let's see. I mean, I'm already giving you unlimited fuel. I'm not going to give you unlimited ammo.
Well, we are part of the Marines, right? They're not going to resupply us when we're on
Not
their
for.
mission?
I mean, again, I'm already giving you max fuel. So, in this case, because supplies are limited for like ammunition and stuff. Because the thing is, fuel is one thing because pretty much all vehicles in the setting run on the same kind of fuel. So like, you can get fuel from the enemy. IMC issue ammunition you cannot get from the enemy. So that's more regulated.
Tragic.
So, I mean, you could still barter for it to get it, but I'm just saying you're not going to get it for free.
But we're
Right,
we're
but wait. So why are
doing
we
shit
here?
for them.
Yeah, we're not.
Like
What
we're
happens
not
when we run out
asking
of
for it
ammo?
for free.
Then you don't have a vehicle, and we're not gonna be able to help you. That's pretty much what you're telling me.
If we
So
were
when we
like
run out of ammo,
civilians or something and we're just totally fucking unrelated, then yeah, I mean, that'd
Well,
be
okay,
kind of
let me
silly
let
to
me put
ask.
it this way. In terms of ammo, because I'm not saying you can't get any at all. I'm saying that you would need to barter for it, and you've got lots of stuff to trade. And not to mention the fact that first of all, let's see. So you got a laser cannon that runs on the vehicle's battery. You also have a heavy machine gun that you barely use. You have a box of 251 out of 340 HE rounds and 124 out of 160 AP rounds. And let's see in the cargo because I think you have more ammo somewhere. And you got a bunch of HMG belts that you could use. So, like, I'm not saying you can't get any ammo at all. I'm just saying you cannot get it for free.
Gotcha.
then can we get at least discounted rates? I mean, since if we're doing missions for them, then they should be paying us
Well, why don't we
something.
just not do anything for them then? Like
Right.
if
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if you're
I,
not giving me anything to barter with, then why am I doing your mission?
well,
Then you got to
first,
pay me something Are you paying me to do
They're
the mission?
giving you fuel.
And,
Yeah, enough
What?
to
To
do the
do your
mission
mission.
only.
Right.
And
You're not
and what do
paying
we
me nothing.
gain at the end of it? We're gonna use ammo, and we're gonna use all the fuel they give us. So we're gonna come out the other end with less than we went into it. And they're asking us to pay them for shit. That's like
Well,
if you
let
go
me
to work
put
at
let me
McDonald's and they offer you, you can have a small fry every shift, and that's all you're getting. Like, is that a job you're gonna
well,
take?
let me ask you this. I mean, why didn't anybody say like, if we do this mission, will you give us this? I did not hear that talk at all when you were talking to the Major.
Because it's
That's
like
not what you
naturally
do with a Marine.
assumed.
That's not what you do, Marine. If you said to us, okay, to do this mission, this is the stock ammo that you're going to be supplied, I would be fine with that. But you're saying we're not getting shit. Bullshit. That pay me. That you got to give me an economy system somehow. That if I'm doing,
Okay,
we're
tell you
Marines.
what, they will top off your belts. Is that sufficient?
I would just say we have an ammo cache here on our base, and when we do missions, you fill into the ammo cache that we could touch into. If we use more than that, then that's on us, and then we could barter to work that. But
Okay, so let me just establish this. So basically, what you're saying is that you can. I'm fine with you having an ammo cache here. You can restock your belt, but you're not going to say, "Oh, I'm going to just take another 10 full belts of 30 mil ammo." Like, you can resupply for free, but you are not going to take as much as you want. That's the compromise
Maybe
I'm willing to make.
maybe give us like a budget of supply or something. Like, you can get this much worth of ammo from the quartermaster or something.
yeah, something that uh, we got to
Well,
get something back. You know what I'm saying?
well,
Not to
I
be an
just
asshole,
made
but
you an offer.
uh,
I just
you
offered
know
you
how
what?
right. I'm not. What we have for ammo, we would top off. Yeah, I guess, but I was thinking more of a this is a base. This is really going to be our base, so it would be an ammo cache
But part of the reason
versus
I'm trying to ration is because you have to understand that number one, there is an entire company of Marines stationed here. Number two, there are multiple other vehicles besides yours. And third, like they said, you know, ammunition is not something that grows on trees. The only ammunition they're bringing in is ammunition they capture from raids. So I'm willing to say that in terms of autocannon ammo and fuel, like, well, fuel mission specific autocannon, yes, replenish from the base. That's the final offer.
that.
So, and then everything else, like small arms ammo or tools or whatever else, you're going to have to barter for. So
All
you
right,
do
so
get.
we all just drive around in a vehicle and just fire HE rounds. That's pretty much what you're telling us we could do. That's it doesn't work that way, dude. I understand you want to, but either give us the separatist guns to use that they could get ammo, or give us ammo for our guns so we can actually play and fight. If we're worried about ammo and we can't shoot, then it's not a fun game, dude, for the players. I understand you want to, but I don't care about being worried about ammo, man. I want to go on missions. I want to go kill things, and I want to go do things. To me, worrying about ammo, that's quartermaster problem. We're a platoon.
Okay,
You,
well
you
then let
give us
me.
a job and give us ammo, and we go
Okay,
do it
then
at this point.
let me think about. Let me put it this way. In terms of smaller, because again, I'm not going to give you like infinite stockpiles of ammo and
No, that's what
stuff
I'm
like
not
that.
asking for.
Here's what
But you
I'm going to
gotta.
propose is for based on the thing about resupplying um, autocannon rounds to still kind of hammer in the fact that you can't just take as much as you want. You can resupply up to a certain amount of magazines and ammo, but anything else you are going to have to barter for.
That's fine. It's exactly like if you said, okay, you could you get 50 AP, 50 HE, and 20 clips of ammo. There we go. Or you probably have to throw some and a belt of heavy.
So
I don't know what the light machine gun.
light machine gun
It,
also uses 390.
okay, so maybe it's a belt of light machine gun, belt of heavy. That way we at least get something. But then don't come when we go into a fight. We don't get the ability to salvage because then we can't barter. So
What do
you
you mean
got
you
to at
can't
least give
salvage?
us
I always give you.
opportunity. No, a lot of times you do. You got to run and or you argue with the salvage. Oh, I know you go to salvage and it's like one clip and a gun. We just need to have. Well, now we'll be sharing with Delta Squad with
Well,
salvaging, but
no, I'm not going to
you
have
see what I'm saying?
the NPCs are not going to salvage. Like all of that you get for yourself. Like the
Oh no,
NPCs
we
never
would.
get a cut of the loot.
Well, for that one, you would probably whatever we find, we would split with Delta because they're
I mean,
there.
if
And
you want to do that, but as a GM, I am saying you are not beholden to like any kind of contract that says like you specifically have to share this with Delta. If you do, it is specifically extracurricular, like of your own volition.
that's kind of weird. Okay.
I mean, you guys are the players. I'm not going to take away your stuff. Like if you like, basically, you're probably when you get there, you're probably going to be killing the majority of them, especially because you have your own armored vehicle with heavy weapons and a larger squad. Like Delta
What do they
Squad,
have? A
they're
truck?
literally yes, they are literally posing as a single supply convoy truck meant to be bait for the Separatists, so that way the Separatists jump them and you jump the Separatists. That's the whole point. You guys have more
Okay.
people and more firepower, so that's why you're the ones jumping the Separatists.
What would it be Delta Squad? I'll tell you that.
Well, that's why they're hinging on you to actually pull through.
Yeah.
So, so basically, so here's what we're going to stick with is in terms of resupply, um, because what you said about like limited quantity of magazines, because the whole idea I was trying to pose is basically just like there is limited supply, but at the same time, I respect your desire to have ammo so you can actually do what you want to do. So, what you said about 50 AP, 50 HE, that sounds reasonable, and this is between trips to and from the rally point, not like days spent farming ammo. So
Right.
50.
This is permission. Permission. Your mission. Our reward for mission is here's your ammo crate, and if we don't use it, we stock it. And if we overuse it, then we have to barter to get more ammo.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. As long as we get something, we got to have something.
Okay, I understand that. So you have convinced me they are my way. So for each mission that you are sent on from the major, that you are going to get. I'm gonna make a note in the chat. So first of all, how many people do you have among your party? I mean, and I'm saying not counting Lena because she uses her issued gun, but you got Tobias, Riley, you, Felice, Arthur. That's five. Um, I mean, like I said, I just count PC's ammo, so that's five players who all use um, 390. Well, actually, hold on. Does Felice use 390 or does she use something else? She uses 390. So basically, because you have um, one machine. Well, actually, hold on, Arthur. You have a carbine, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and the pew.
Okay. Well, the Pew is a different matter because it has its own power pack. So what I'm gonna say is that you've got four people using like rifles and one machine gunner. So I'm gonna say it's 16 mags and two belts per mission,
Okay.
and then 50 autocannon rounds. So I'm gonna write that in the chat. So just give me a sec. So
50 AP and 50
yes, 50 of each.
heat, right? Okay.
So
So what I'm gonna do is on the Bravo Squad thing in notes, I'm just gonna do ammo cache.
Are you putting it in the journal or?
50, 30,
Are you putting it in party inventory?
the party icon on the map. You said 16 rounds of 16
Well, 16
bits of
magazines for, basically like 16 40 round mags, and you split those between the 4 people who have rifles and carbines that use that. So I just pinned that in the chat. So that is how much you are going to be stocked with per mission. Anything else you're going to have to barter. That includes like rockets and grenades and stuff like that.
Okay.
All right. So, as for the quartermaster ring, is there anything else you're going to buy?
Does he have any where does he have any shotgun rounds? I need 12 gauge.
Let's see. Where was that thing I was just fucking reading with the equipment? Because that would be something that would be readily available. Oh my. So 12 gauge rounds as civilian ammo, and I mean the amount of, because you guys aren't the only looter shooters out there. Yeah, these guys have fought harbingers and killed them. 12 gauge is that. So I'm gonna roll actually roll me a D100. 63. So that's how many shells he has. So if you want to buy all of those, each shell is worth 4 units.
What do we have to trade?
What don't you have to trade? I mean, you got a bunch of assault rifles, you got a bunch of food. Like, let's see, what do you got? How many spars? One rocket launcher, an anti-vehicle rifle that you don't use, Raptor assault rifle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 unlocked spars. Then a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but a couple locked weapons. A club, which I don't foresee any of you ever using. Except for maybe Arthur, but with how unpredictable his
I
player
could
is.
foresee myself using that.
Yeah.
Better than a shovel.
I don't know about all that.
I don't know about all that. All right, so where are we at? If I want 40 shots.
40 shells times 4 is 160.
Okay, 160.
So 160 units worth of stuff,
All
whether
right.
that's food or weapons or whatever.
All right. What does the anti-vehicle rifle shoot? What ammo?
The anti-vehicle rifle shoots 50 millimeter rounds. It can shoot either AP or HE rounds. You got that very early in the campaign. It fires. Um, you actually don't have any ammo for it from the looks of it.
Yeah, no. Does he have any 50 millimeter ammo? Because I'm pretty sure a heavy would love to be able to use this for the ambush.
Let's see.
Because we have 2 heavies, right?
Let's see. Well, you've got Melt 'em Down Matthias, who is who is traditionally your vehicle gunner. You've got Felice, who is a machine gunner specifically, and then you've got Arthur, who is like an anti-vehicle person, and then you've also got Tobias, who Tobias has AB heavy weapons.
Do one of you guys want to use the anti-vehicle rifle? You want me to get you ammo for that? I mean, the goddamn thing does 7 damage. You hit somebody with that, you
But
shredded them.
it does count as like a heavy weapon, like rocket launcher type thing though. So there is a penalty for shooting people.
I'd like some ammo for the pew if possible.
Well, remember the pew uses the power pack. Like every time you fire it, you roll for the power pack.
Yeah, I mean,
All
you
right,
know,
so
whatever.
we can use the. Do you want to use the anti-vehicle rifle as trade then? If nobody wants to use it.
Sounds good to me.
So how much can we get for the anti-vehicle rifle?
Oh, I was gonna say that I could use it. Sorry, I was muted.
Do you want to use it,
Yeah,
or
I
do we
mean,
want to trade it
instead of using
away?
my fucking expensive ass fucking rocket launcher. Yeah, it's probably
Okay.
a better option than using the expensive shit that I have right now. And
Okay.
then
So then we need 50 millimeter ammo.
I can help you. I can help pitch you on that. Don't worry.
all right. So here's what. So first of all, so 50 millimeter rounds. There's AP and HE. As for so, the guy has 3. What we're going to determine, what I want you to do is, Riley, because this is your idea. Before you roll a D3, but basically calling it heads or tails, HE or AP.
All right, even HP, odd is heat.
Well, no. I mean, what I mean is basically how I'm handling is there are three rounds, but I'm gonna roll a D. Like I want you to roll a D3, but before you do that, tell me which one you're rolling for. So basically, for example, if you get 2 and you said AP, then it's 2 AP and 1 HE. Does that make sense?
I thought you just wanted me to roll 3 dice to figure out what kind of ammo it is.
No, what I mean is
So
that
even
no. Let me put it this way. It's not a coin flip. It's like before you roll. Like so, for example, if you said AP and you roll D3 and there are 2, like and you get a 2, 2 of those rounds were AP and one of them was HE. Does that make sense?
oh, okay, I was doing it a different way. I was just gonna roll 3 dice 6, and if they're even or odds, it tells me what kind of flavor. All right. Do we know if the separatists use vehicles a lot?
Predominantly along the northern road, yes, and you know this because for one thing, um, like when you laid that roadside ambush, there was a convoy of 3 vehicles, and before that, there was a mechanized walker stomping down the road. So now that
Okay.
you're in kind of northern territory, you may be coming up against vehicles more.
Do you want AP rounds for that rifle?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay, APs.
All right, roll D3. All 3 of them are AP.
That's completely fine.
All right,
So
and how much does that cost us?
I'm looking at it right now because I just had so 50 millimeter AP is 100 per round, and they have a weight of 2. And in terms of the how that affects the weapon, it basically the damage is 2, crit rating is 2, range is 8, and armor is -1.
All right. Uh, Grenades. What kind of grenades does he have?
All right, let's check the bartering. Well, before that, because we need to discuss how are you paying for the shotgun shells and the AP rounds, or are you just kind of building up a bill and
I'm
paying
building
it?
up a
Okay.
building up. I'm not doing individually.
Okay.
Here's our shopping order, and here's what we're gonna trade back.
Okay. So,
It's
Yeah.
easier that way.
all right, fair enough. Grenades. So hand grenades are common. Um, so how many of How many hand grenades do you like? Are there specific kinds you want?
Smoke and probably. Does anybody want any specific grenades? What is it? The flaming grenades.
Phosphorus grenades?
Yes, thank you.
Well, another thing we're gonna determine first is, so there are, in his stock he has 6 grenades, but because the majority of grenades you'd be using would be like, he would have frags. I'm gonna roll a d6 to see how many of those are frags. Or you can if you want. Do you want to do that?
B6.
Yeah, just a d6. So that will determine how many of them are actual frag grenades, and then we can pick apart the rest. Alright, 4 of them are frags, so the other 2, they
Smoke.
can. Both of them are smoke?
Yep.
Alright, yeah, I think that makes sense, that smoke would probably be the second most common grenades that soldiers have. So smoke grenades are 25 apiece, and there are 2, so 50.
Mm-hmm.
Anything
And
else?
how much for the 4 frags?
Oh, for the 4 hold on, frag. So frag grenades are 30 apiece, so that would total 120.
Yep. Anybody else need anything?
You can barter extra fuel if you want. Just have some in reserve, because he does have some spare fuel.
How much fuel is this mission going to take? Do we need to bring extra fuel?
Well, like I
We should be
said,
able to go back
Go
and
the
forth,
direct.
right?
Yeah,
For fuel.
yeah. They just want us to go back and forth, and we'll be fine.
Okay.
well,
Wouldn't mind
just
some extra power packs for the pew.
All
well,
right.
just
Does
to
he have
recap.
any?
Well, hold on. Let's get in terms of fuel. So bear in mind that the amount of fuel that they're giving you would be enough to go from the rally point to the X and back, and not have to worry about counting fuel.
All right. What's 100 fuel?
Well, he doesn't have 100 fuel. He has 90, 90 liters.
Then I'll take the 90. How much is
Okay.
that?
The 90 is, well, it said 90, but it changes 20, but I saw 90, so we'll stick with 90. So, how much does it cost in, um, for gasoline? 50 per unit of liters, so 50 times 90, whatever that is.
450.
Yep.
All right. How much are power packs?
Let's see. 66 power pack is 4,500. Shit, I keep
Uh,
forgetting that there's like the roll, like if it's a result 3 or higher to roll it, but I haven't been doing that, so consider me generous.
what about the stupid heater that keeps failing on us?
What about it?
Does he have stupid heaters that don't
Can I
work?
do something about it? If we can't get a replacement, can I try to fix it?
Well, the problem isn't that the unit is faulty. The problem is that the battery runs out. So you need extra
Every
batteries.
time we use it.
Oh,
Well, not
Okay.
every time you use it, but
Yeah, pretty
still.
much. This dumbest
can
equipment
I
you
check
send me
for
to a
like
frozen planet.
corrosion on those wires? What's going on with that?
So how many batteries does he have and how much?
Batteries in this case, um, I would say, like, I'll just say a disclaimer that this first shopping trip, because I wasn't doing the common and scarce stuff, I won't roll for it, but next time I will. Batteries, um, would be, in this case, hold on, where are batteries? Small battery. I would say it's 100, but for that specific kind of heater, he only has the one. So there's that. Anything else?
Let me confirm. Machine gun. The heavy machine gun uses. Is that the 50 caliber?
For the machine gun, the E239 on your vehicle, yes.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
uses
So
100 round
shit,
pellets.
we got 11 of those, so we're good there.
Yeah, you
'Cause
guys
we never.
simply do not use that thing because you apparently think it's more fun to blow people up.
I'm not the heavy gunner. I usually use the machine gun more
Every
because it
single
does more
heavy
damage.
gunner you guys have had use
They want to use
anti-armor
the
weapons on
yes, they
people.
want to use the 30 millimeter cannon. I know it's pretty funny. I
It's
laugh every
got
time they do it.
HE. HE is made for
Not for
that.
people. It's for
Yes, it
lightly
is.
armored. It's for lightly armored vehicles, not
It's
people.
made for people too. If they're in cover or any kind
Yeah,
of
that's
concealment,
true.
if you throw some HE in their direction,
Yeah, I mean he's not wrong,
I'm
but
good.
okay, so there's
Anybody
nothing
else
else.
got anything?
some power packs for the pew.
Yeah, we got one.
Okay, I'll take it.
Well, I mean I said there was one battery, but
It's on the shopping list. I
okay.
still have to buy it.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just trying to get a full list before we
right.
start
And I remember
giving
Alan did
away
say
our
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. Uh,
I don't suppose I can get 9 whole shells for my shotgun to top off the mag.
what kind of shotguns?
8
What kind of
gauge.
ammo?
Yeah, I
8
was about to
gauge.
say 8 gauge.
Oh, that's the same
I could
shit that
probably
I
use that too.
use.
No, you use 12 gauge. Those are for civilian shotguns. 8 gauge are military.
Oh, well, somebody can add an 8 gauge 6 round drum to their sheet because Riley's still walking around with his old ammo. Sorry, that's what threw me off.
I have 6 rounds from on me.
So,
I just need 9 rounds of it to top off my mag. Can I
so
get
add
9 whole
6.
shells?
Yeah, I'll get you more than
Okay.
that, but take the 6 that I'm giving you.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
I need
and then
I'd say 2 mags is
we
fine.
need
So like both.
and 8 gauge. So how much ammo does he have for the 8 gauge?
25.
I only need 3 more.
All right, hold on a second. I'm buying all 25. So what's the cost for that?
Let's
Because
see.
when he has it, you buy it. Because you never know when you're going to be back here again. Or when we come back again, it's destroyed.
8
True.
gauge. So if a 6 round drum is 30 units, half of that is 15. If you're buying 3, but if you're buying all of them, 25 um would be, I would just round up to say 35. Actually, no, scratch it. No. I was looking at a single thing. That'd be actually be 65.
60. Okay.
So 65
Oh,
units.
God fucking damn it.
What's wrong? Is everything okay?
Okay, good. Hold on. I forgot to hit plus, so it changed it to 65. So I had to go back to my history. So 5680 plus 65 equals. All right, so we're at 5,745. So how much are my guns? How much should
Uh,
we use buying the guns for?
how much is he buying the used rifles for?
Yeah,
Let me
was
just
it
double.
650?
It was 600, I believe, because if the base
600.
value for a pristine gun is 1,000, then at only 60% reliability, that'd be 600.
All right, so
If you're selling
five,
the
seven, four,
hacked.
five, 600. So that's 9 of those guns. So I don't have that much there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 times 600 and minus 4,200. All right, so I need 1545. All right, so I'm deleting these rifles from our inventory. 1, 2, 6. All right. What about the ammo for that? What do they use for ammo?
The separatist weapons, they use 8x8,
Yeah.
but 8.8 by 39.
All right, so I have 15 clips of that. How much would that be?
Well, keep in mind that they are 25% capacity. So you're not selling like full magazines of ammo.
God, this just makes it so much difficult. Just make them clips. So math is easy. Um, so I actually have 31 clips of it because we added it twice. So how much is 31 or whatever ammo we have of it?
So hold on. So
You just want to make yourself a lot harder to deal with math. Just make
because
them
I was not
clips.
expecting you guys to be doing this shit. Let me think. So
Well, now that we're bartering, just make them clips, dude. They're so cheap.
just what's the base price of the separatist ammo? Like a full mag, so I can calculate that. 8x8 by 39. So let's see if it's a 40 round magazine. So 40, like price 40, 25%. So 10 times 16. Well, actually, you said it was 10 by 10 times 31.
31.
So 10. So if you sold all of your ammo, 310.
Really? Why? Uh, I have shit. What else do we need the Raptor assault rifles?
I can't imagine you would. They are obsolete
Uh,
to.
how much are they worth?
So Raptors are worth 600 apiece.
All right, so that's minus 1,200. All right, we're down to 35. What can we sell for 35?
Or you can sell a piece of meat.
Sell what?
Yeah, we have
I
meat.
can
Well,
imagine
how
that.
much will he? Tell him if we cook
Yeah,
the
a
meat, how
piece of
much does he want for the meat?
If you cook the meat, that is something that I mean, you sell essentially to the chef through him. But let's see. So domestic food is worth 10 apiece. So
What?
if you cooked four, then you would have enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell him
But keep
we're
in
gonna go
mind
cook the meat
that
for
you've
you
already
and bring it
got
back to you.
cooked food, so you don't even need to cook it right now. You can just give him domestic
Yeah,
food
I'll just
cooked.
give him 4. I'll just give him the 4 from what we already have.
Yeah, you got a stack of 6, so you can just deduct that and then give that to him, and then you should be good.
All right. So Okay, so that's two. This. So got that. All right, so I just did one clip and counting it as a storage in the vehicle. Just don't ever pull that because you don't have a 40 shot shotgun ammo. All right, so that's taken care of. The 8. Can you copy over an 8 gauge ammo into the tank for me?
Sure. Hey, do you want a 12 or 6 round drum?
I don't really care because it's not really a drum. It's just
All
going
right.
to be a storage
All
spot
right,
where I
I'll
can
just do
put
a
the
6
ammo.
rounder.
And then I need a 50 millimeter. Actually, you probably want to just put the 50 millimeter AP rounds on who's going to be carrying that,
Tobias, you
and
said you wanted to,
whoever,
right?
and take the anti-vehicle rifle and put it on your sheet too.
So Tobias, do you still want to carry it?
Carry what? The rifle?
The anti-vehicle rifle.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. So I'll tally up 3 reloads, which you probably want to put in your backpack. I'll do that for you. Oh my. Okay. You might have to break those up then to have like 2 in your backpack and 1 on your person.
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
All right. So
Where the hell are they? Oh, okay, here. Okay. So 2 in the backpack. Where the fuck is it from? It's not okay. It's not going to my sheet. It's not. Well, I'm gonna just.
what's going on?
Okay. Well, it's. What the fuck? I'm trying to add the 8 feet, the 50 millimeter, to my like to where it's supposed to go.
Well, when I see the AP rounds,
I'm
like
pretty sure.
the stack of 2 is in your backpack.
Yeah, but I don't have like I can't put it any. I can't put the one. I'm trying to make it so I can put one on my person.
Oh, let me
So
see.
can you
I
put
dragged one
just
on your
one on?
sheet. There you go.
There, yeah.
And then did you
Where is
just
it?
okay? Did you drag the AVR from from the vehicle?
There you go. I got it. I got it. No, I need to drag that.
And then remember
Where
to
is it?
delete it when you're done, or delete it from the vehicle once you've.
Got it. It is missing.
And then who took the power? Who needed the extra power pack? Do you want that in the vehicle or do you? Because you can't carry 2 of those, right?
Holy shit! This thing is heavy.
Like for the pew?
Yeah.
No, I have multiple on me.
All right, so add another power pack for you then.
Why do you have 4?
I don't know. That's just how many I've had.
Well, why do you need so many?
Because you can very easily
Yeah.
stress out in this game.
But you just roll a
Plus,
d6,
if
and
I
if you
need
get
to
a
take
1,
multiple shots at a vehicle, like if I fuck up or something, then
but I mean, you do realize though that the laser gun has to cool down and charge up for another shot, right? Having multiple power packs doesn't speed it up.
yeah. I have a skill for something related to that. I
Oh,
forget what it is.
right, the rapid reach. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't need a round to Cooldown still needs a slow action to charge up, but
Yeah. So, well, is there anything else you're going to be buying or doing?
Jesus,
Uh,
this thing is heavy as fuck.
I think I'm done unless somebody.
Why is this thing so heavy?
It's an
It's
anti-vehicle rifle.
you're not gonna
Yeah, but not even
carry
my
it.
rocket launcher. Not even my rocket launcher is that fucking heavy.
Dude, it's you can't fire that. That's a lay it down on the ground kind of gun and fire.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware, but like, holy shit, dog, that thing is fucking like massive. It's like a fucking put a hole in a fucking building type level of fucking. Jesus Christ, this thing is fucking huge. You could kill a kaiju with this thing.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I'm definitely gonna keep.
everybody's
Yeah, I'm definitely.
all right. So everybody's good with what they need.
Yeah, it should be fine.
What do we need to roll to start cooking meat?
That'll be survival. Um, let me just double check on travel.
Gonna be broke.
Travel. Let's see. Where is cooking? Yeah, roll for survival. Um, no matter if you succeed or not, your food will be turned to domestic food. However, if you fail, anyone who eats the food must make a stamina roll to resist food poisoning. By a campfire, you can cook up to a dozen daily rations of food in a shift.
I also have to cook, so I give gives one additional action when you someone.
And what? I could not hear you.
Yep. So let me go ahead and roll. I said I give one additional ration for my.
All right. So basically baker's dozen. All right.
What do you roll? What's your stats?
BC.
All right, so make him BB and use the cooking pot. The cooking pot gives you +1 to cooking. And then you cook and I'll cook
Okay.
also, but I won't use the cooking pot. I'll just grill them.
All right. So you guys are fucking grilling burgers with the chef in the mess hall.
I'm gonna put maybe.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
going
gonna
to push.
one.
I'm just going to
Unless
take the
I don't
12.
really need
Yeah, go ahead and if you push, what you only get one extra meat,
I think so. Yeah.
possibility of 2.
Yeah. He failed anyway.
to. Yeah,
Okay.
but
All
my
right.
cook is additional.
So we got 25 cooked meat then.
Yes. All right. So that is, well, you guys are going to be doing that during uh one of the shifts or during the evening shift.
Evening,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Arthur and um, Hugh, are you guys going to be doing anything during this shift? Resting in Hugh's case, I'm assuming, but correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't have any ideas.
Okay. Hugh, are you going to sleep?
Yeah, gonna make sure I get all my hit capacity back.
Does anybody have crits? Are we waiting on crit injuries for anything from
Um,
anybody?
Very good question. To my knowledge, don't think anybody has any crits.
No
Let's
crits
see.
here.
Uh, Felice doesn't, and I will check Lena. I don't believe she does. No, she does not. She just has her mental trauma. Okay. So let's see. So Arthur's just kind of chilling. Hugh is sleeping, like recovering, so you get a point of health and stress. Um, and yet another unusual moment in a survival game where instead of fucking surviving, we've got two guys grilling burgers with a company chef.
Spectacular.
This group, man, I'm telling you. But anyway,
Alien burger.
yeah,
Dude, now we
Ship
we
us
don't
back home.
we're not going to the chef. We just go out and start a fire in the field outside the base and cook our meat.
why outside?
What if he wants to be involved?
I am the
Well,
chef. But
what does he want to? Does it? So we still have. Well, let's go negotiate with him. So after we cook up ours. So that was. Um, so we had 60 meat, and we did 25. We have 35 meat. If we gave him the rest of the 35 meat, and if he's able to get his chefs to cook the rest of the meat for us, um, would he split it with us?
Like basically, if you like, he'll keep half for the troops, and then you keep the other half.
Correct. So split it halfway would be we'll take 12, he can have 13.
Okay. So
Because
he'll do that. I
otherwise
don't
the
have
meat's gonna
stats
go
for the
bad.
guy, so he'll just, I mean, off camera because he's got like a, some assistants, maybe, whatever. He'll. I'm not gonna make the guy roll, but it will take a shift for him to cook the rest of the meat. So he'll give you, he'll give you the 12, and then the 13 is reserved for the rest of the company.
Correct.
Okay, so that's resolved. So that's the evening shift. Night shift. What's going on?
what can't be done?
I mean, what
I'm
do
gonna
you?
sleep even more.
Yeah, sleep with the dead, or in your case, the almost dead.
How many more shifts do you? How many points are you down?
None now.
Okay.
So basically, in the
So we
morning
could
shift,
go
he'll
out in
be,
the morning.
yeah, the morning shift, he'll be good to go.
I'll do
All
some
right.
breakfast grilling.
I was gonna say I still need to have that combo, but it can wait. If
Yeah,
anybody needs
because
me to read it.
it's not really going to bode well if you decide to wake up your dad in the middle of the night just to talk. Like, they'll be around. You can talk to.
Well, I mean,
Well, do you want to do it during the
I'd
evening
imagine
shift
he,
while we're cooking, or did you cook?
He was
I
cooking.
was cooking too.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could just wait till the morning.
Okay, so is that what you guys are going to do?
Works for
How,
me.
how many shifts will it take us to drive down there?
Well, you are traveling off-road. Your vehicle has a travel speed of 8 off-road. So that's one, two. Hold on, let me just check the fucking travel rules.
In the
Travel.
mountains, half, isn't it?
I
Or
think.
hills, browns is hill, right?
The tan is like the sand color is hills. The brown is mountains. So let me just double check.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 to here, and then 6, then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 13 hexes to get there. So it's going to take 2 shifts. So if we do 2 shifts, that means the ambush would happen in the evening.
that's what you want to do. As long as you coordinate that with the major, he'll. I mean, once you tell that, he's going to tell Delta Squad to get going.
Now my question is how long is it going to? Can he talk and we travel at the same shift?
Like Tobias have a talk with his dad, and then you hit the road. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
unless
Okay.
you're not going to talk to your dad for 3 hours, yeah, then you can.
I
I mean,
don't
I'm
imagine
perfectly fine with you having a talk before you go, and then you go and you still travel.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you're going to go seek him out.
Yeah, sure. I mean, whatever he's doing.
Yeah. So you will basically, he's in the like the observatory or like whatever, like observation deck of the ship is there, and he's just like when you finally track him down after asking like, hey, where's Major O'Connor? You're just like, oh, he's over there. So he's in the observation deck, just kind of gazing down upon all the Marines, doing their duty out in the yard, and he hears hears you approach, and he kind of turns his head and he sees like, oh, hey son.
What's up, Pops? Uh, good to see you out here. My character looks at like his non-existent watch. Whatever the fuck long it's been.
He says like,
But
yeah,
yeah, it's good to see your friendly face.
likewise. And he says, I hear you and your squad have been out there on your own for a while, getting a lot done.
Yeah, I got two field promotions.
Very nice.
Well, quite a few actually.
And he says like, well, you're making your grandfather proud. Nicely done, son.
Thanks, man. Have you heard from anybody else? Well, I saw Simon not that long ago. But have you heard
And
from
he reacts. He's very slightly surprised. You saw Simon. Where's he? Hello? Is everybody else there?
Yeah, I'm
I
here.
hear you.
Okay. Well, oh, there we go. Are you there, Ghost?
Hello. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I have no idea what just happened. But yeah, no, he says I saw him in person, like briefly.
And he says, what was he doing?
He was protected some fucking important person. Before that, I have no idea.
Well, it's just like, well, hadn't, I mean, I knew he was part of the 72nd Mad, but I haven't personally seen him since, well, it's been years.
Yeah, you should definitely try to get in touch if all things go well.
Well, so far they haven't.
That is true. Hopefully, we can rectify that. What about Johnny? Have you heard from him?
There was a considerably long pause as he just kind of muses on the question. He says, no, no, I haven't.
That's too bad. He's a he's a bit inexperienced, but I mean, he's got a good head on his shoulders. I believe he'll be fine.
And he again, a bit of a pause, presumably he's just thinking about Johnny. He says, yeah, anyway, son, if there's nothing else, you should probably rejoin your squad.
Yeah, just wanted to hear from him.
Well, it's good to see you again, Tobias.
And likewise, Dad.
So, and he says, well, Sergeant, you're dismissed.
Have a nice day, Major.
What now?
Have a nice day, Major.
Okay, so yeah, you after you conclude your talk with you know with Robert, you make your way down to the vehicle where
Surprisingly
everybody's
long.
what?
Surprisingly, wasn't as long as I thought it'd be.
I mean, yeah, there is a reason for that, but
Not but
so
yeah,
anyway,
no.
so you guys,
The way you made it sound, I thought it would be for like 20 minutes.
well, so yeah, the whole family's back together again, um, and you're hitting the road.
Yep.
All right, who is driving, Mike or somebody else?
Um, pretty sure Mike doesn't give up the driving seat.
Yeah, the seat has like a very fine like imprint of Mike's ass by this point.
Pretty
Man,
much.
man, it's a custom fit, Mike said.
It's coded. At this point, if somebody else wants to
It's
use the
custom
seat,
fit.
I'm gonna have to do a tech roll.
Yeah. So let's see. So Mike, yeah, he's got
We'd have to
BD.
justify it, yeah.
What now?
What?
Well, I didn't hear what you said.
That was in response to the joke that was made, but
Oh,
that ship sailed.
all right. Well, okay. So Mike is driving, and I'm presuming that Chef is in the commander seat. Arthur, you're in the gunner seat, or is somebody else?
No, Riley's in the commander seat.
Oh, oh, right. Well, I keep thinking, because Kronk being, squad leader, but I digress. Okay, so, um, I need a driving roll from Mike. So, Tom, if you would please.
Yep.
So let's see, travel. Are you gonna push? Oh no, no. Yes. I'm sorry. I was looking at the biases roll. Didn't scroll down. Uh
Oh, God damn it. Mike, pain in the ass. What kind of bullshit do we
Come
do
on,
now?
Mike.
oh. Okay. Well, first of all, the vehicle takes
Come
1 point
on,
of
Mike.
damage if it's from his push roll failing. Um.
We should really
Ah,
have Mike take driving classes, bro. What the
not
fuck?
again. Come on, I just fixed this thing.
Man, shut up, you with the sleeping, man. Mike says. um.
Mike, are we
You
sure
hit a
you're
bump and
are
you
we
wake
sure
up
your
huge
IFU could have
over.
hood?
Well, maybe it's about
Are
time
we
to
sure
mention
your
my
IFU could
license
hood,
is
Mike?
expired.
Yeah, seeing as Mike never
Well,
levels
fucking
up,
wonder.
you should probably level him up to driving C now. At all this time he's been driving.
Yeah, he's been driving a while.
Yeah, he's actually done. Yeah, so
I
I
was
will
gonna
bump
say,
his
he's still
driving
got a
up to
D6.
C, but that is not going to change
He's
his.
learning from this
Right.
mistake.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
So
amount of
now we
mistakes
need.
he's made, he'd probably be an expert.
Yeah, man, I don't make it. I'm gonna make mistakes. Just happy as it is.
So
Oh
what
man,
kind
we
of
should.
bullshit did happen with it?
That's what I'm
It's a
finding out. Corsets.
Don't worry,
Count.
Mike. Just had a little accident.
Yeah, driving mishaps. Oh, this is gonna be funny, I'm sure. Uh,
It
what
always
is it?
is.
Oh, well, that wasn't too bad.
What is it?
Wrong turn. The driver
What?
makes a wrong turn somewhere and
Hit him.
needs to turn around and go
Oh,
back. 1 hex of movement is lost during this shift.
oh.
That's not bad at all.
So basically,
We'll throw
Tom,
that
when you were
back.
calculating, where was how far did you get? Like, where was like within one shift, within one shift, where would you get?
let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. We would be here. So I got lost in the mountains.
So you would actually be here, or would you be?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Or you could put me here. You could put me anywhere. Probably
yeah,
here. Just say I spun around and ended up here.
yeah. Okay, so that was the morning shift. So afternoon shift, I need another driving role. This time Mike Reynolds learned from his mistakes. Because he now got driving C.
Yeah, Mike. We gotta renew your license when we get back.
Oh my, there we go. Okay, so um, you make it
So I
to
get
the.
there.
All right, so you make it to the ambush site, and I will switch us over to that map.
Just give me a
Let's
moment.
see.
I'll be back. I need to use the bathroom.
So, activate that. So, well, now I'll ask you this. Now, before you actually get here, because you would note that so Delta Squad had a very slight head start. Um, are you going to like try to sync it to where they're going to be driving through like when you get there, or what's the plan?
No. They're not supposed to be coming through here until the evening shift, early evening shift. So like an hour into the
So-
evening shift.
All right,
Okay.
so we want to set up an ambush before they get here.
Yep.
Got it.
So the question is, are you going to set up out here and wait for them to come out of the woods, or are you going to be in the woods?
You mean
I'm
that little
looking at a
strip of
black
woods?
screen right now.
That's what I meant. Yeah, like basically like this tree line here. Like you can basically be in and do like a like Vietnam War like guerrilla Viet Cong like ambush out they're coming out of the trees shit, or you can be set up out here and have longer sight lines and be able to pick them off that way. Or I mean, you could do a mix of both, but you got options.
They're going to be coming from here and driving to here, right?
Sorry, like come well. So Delta Squad is going to be driving in from the south up north.
Okay. And we don't know where the enemy is going to come in.
No,
The
And do we-
enemy is going to try and ambush the convoy. We are the counter ambush.
exactly.
Right. So how do we set up an ambush?
I think I
W-
prefer the close
Wait, but
concealment of the trees.
we can't set an ambush because we don't know where the ambush is going to happen. So we literally we should be driving along with Delta, so when they get engaged, then we turn and go in.
But we had the intel that it would happen here. As per the mission details, was my understanding.
Okay, you see what I'm saying? If they're ambushing our team, we don't know if he knew exactly where. Then where's he getting that intel from?
Well, here's the thing, because he mentioned this that this was determined to be a good spot to like set up shop because basically the whole highway that you were looking at a minute ago, I don't want to have to pull up the map again, but I will if I must. That whole open roadway, wide fucking open tundra. As in, there is no good spot to set an ambush without being wide out in the fucking open, having nowhere to set up, and making it very hard to not only catch enemy officers, but just fucking stay alive. This stretch of
So
road
this
by
is
the
the
woods,
predicted position.
this is the best position that they could find.
All right,
Like
so
this,
when we get here, can we do a recon to make sure that the enemy's not already here
Seems smart.
and they're set up?
yeah, you can do a recon.
Okay.
Though honestly, in
Uh,
this case, I'm just gonna flat out say that there isn't, and I'm being truthful. There are like you don't need to do recon because there are no enemies.
Okay. Can I get a recon? No, because that would happen later. I was gonna say, can I get a recon to find out what the best ambush? But we already know that, so that was a dumb question. So ignore me. So is the plan for Delta to come here, and if they're not ambushed here, then they stop and act like they have a broken down truck, and then
That
we
was
engage?
never specified by the major, but that is something you could coordinate with Delta Squad about.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if that's not the plan, I think we should use that magical little device in the IFV called a radio and make it the plan.
Right, because you see what I'm saying? We're set up for an ambush. We're here. And if the enemy's going to ambush them here, then they're going to come ahead of time. So while so we don't have to wait for D to get triggered. Once D starts to drive on the map, we engage then because we'll see them come because we're already here.
Well,
D getting
All
I
right,
will.
tactically, this is so ass
Delta
backwards
Squad
to me.
getting
Well, let
here
me help.
gives us
If I may, I will note that from your perspective, where you are right now, you cannot see past the tree line. So you would not be able to see Delta or any enemies driving on the other side.
Right, but we could put somebody in the woods to that side to be our eyes,
You could.
like Riley, because he's got the best chance to stay hidden. And then, so we get to see it, unless they come. I don't think they would come through the woods. I mean, you would see them because the woods aren't 3 hexes deep completely, because there's gaps you can see through. So if we plan to do the ambush here, is that what our plan is? That between this rock and this rock is where we want to ambush them? This is so. I'm confused, and that's my problem. Because we're ambushing an ambush here that
Meta sense, I just tried to set up an ambush where you have a light, because you're like, oh, there's not enough cover. Now there's plenty of cover. You can set up here. You can set up in the woods. I mean, you can do whatever you want. The whole point is that they're like, again, the majors chose this point because this is the point along the main road that has the most cover to set up an ambush. That is the whole reason you're here.
right. But sorry, I thought we're ambushing the ambushers.
You
So
are.
if we're already in position to ambush, they're gonna come and stay in the same spot we are already at. And they're gonna want to in the same ambush we are. So we're gonna fight before
in
Deli
which
gets
case,
here.
Well, assuming
either
that they
way,
aren't,
we have to drop
because
them.
keep in mind, you wanted to search in the woods. Yes, they might have been nearby. They might have been on standby somewhere else. Assuming there are any enemies there.
Yeah, I don't know. So Riley is going to position himself down here.
Down.
I'm moving myself
Okay, those trees.
because then I have good view.
So are you? And you said you're calling Delta up in the evening.
Right. So Delta's going to come in by like around the 1 hour mark in the evening. So we have an hour to set up the ambush.
Okay.
Now, where do you guys think we should put the vehicle?
I mean, if we're hiding in the woods, we can hide it in the woods too.
Keep in mind, you could always set up here as well. Like I said, like the whole part of the reason why this position was chosen is because you could theoretically fire at them as they're coming out of the woods, or you could be in the woods. But an IFV in the woods might not be, you know,
Is
agile.
this
Yeah,
rock?
if we want to use the IFV, I didn't think of that.
Is this rock line of sight blocking? Because you
Good
put
question.
that like literally
I would say
from
yes.
here to here. That's right where the rock
Heck yeah,
is.
big boulder.
That's why I was like, oh, that sucks. That rock sucks right there. How big is it? Can we move it? Can we drag it with the tank? Get it over here?
Do you have anything to drag it with?
The tank.
But do you have any tow cables or anything?
Sure, we always have tow cable.
Okay, well then
Standard equipment on a tank.
I would say though, given the
How
rules
big
now,
is it? That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm
how
wondering.
big
How
is
big
it?
it
As
is.
I was getting to, is the fact that it would be the kind of thing where like, so like the driving mishaps, say like, oh, rubble in the way would take a shift. I would say a big rock towing that, all the physical labor to get it set up and stuff, that's gonna take some time.
All right, we don't have that kind of time, so that ain't happening. Shit, just put the vehicle right here. So
All
as
right.
soon as they come around the bend, he can unload. And Mike can get right into it right away.
Okay, I'm back, kind of. So it's happened so far. I was leaving it back up.
So, I don't have drawing tools, do I? Do I have drawing tools?
I don't know. Do you?
Yeah, I think I do. We will put it. So we're gonna put our one Claymore directional mine right here
Okay.
on the
Oh,
rock
yeah,
facing down. So when we hear you, so when
got it.
we engage, they jump out of the vehicles. They're gonna take cover here. We can blow the Claymore that way, because that rock's gonna become
Mhm.
a good cover. We can't really hear you though. You're really low.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not like every time I try to talk, I get interrupted. But the one thing I do want to say is the one thing I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna set up the anti-tank rifle as well as the LMG that I have, like basically right next to each other, so I can go. Cause so they're both technically out, like set up on the ground with their bipods and whatnot. So
Where are you
it's a
setting
lot
them up?
easier to like. So, let me check. Where do we know where they're coming?
We're
No.
gonna engage them here. Oh, I'm on the wrong tool. Sorry.
Okay,
Undo that.
where are we gonna be
The
engaging
plan
them?
is to
Right here.
engage here, right in this area.
Okay, so I mean,
Which
I
way are
can
they
hide
coming
in the
from?
tree line.
We don't know.
Delta Squad and potential. Well, you know Delta Squad's going to be coming up
I,
this road. Where the enemies are coming from, you don't know.
well, I was gonna say I was gonna hide in like the tree line or whatever this out this is, and set up my stuff there.
So
Okay.
just so you know, those trees block line of sight.
Yeah. Like everything.
So
Well, I'm not
Like
gonna be like engulfed in them. It's gonna be like consumed by them. I was gonna be like right here.
yeah, but
And I was
if
gonna
they
be
come
right
through the trees behind you, you're you've got a ranged weapon. Your weapon's got really good range. I would think you want to be over here or over here. So there's all this open terrain they got to cross to get to you. And you could see down the road from either one of those spots with your range. But it's up to you. That would be my recommendations. Be up here with your range. Like here, you're really limiting your targets. And if they move through the trees, you're going to be abandoning those guns to fight. Did we lose him? Oh, there he is. I don't know how much he's heard. Did you hear anything, Ghost, from me? I don't know when you lost your link.
What did you say? Sorry,
I
'cause
was
you were
saying,
lagging for me, so like I couldn't like.
yeah, what I was
Oh
saying
man,
is,
he's lagging.
yeah, is um, this is really limiting to you. If you go up to the tree here or the rock here, you're actually going to be able to use your guns at range down the road. Versus here, you're only waiting until they come up, and if
Yeah,
we miss
the thing
against,
about that though is that like I'm like very open and like if I were to go into like a more dense area, I would lose the risk of getting shot in my back since they wouldn't be able to see me. That's kind of the thing I'm worried about too, because like if they come up from behind me and they immediately see me, they can shoot me in my back. Because part of an ambush is staying hidden. You know what I mean?
right? So
And
you would position yourself and making yourself look like the rock, or make yourself look like a tree. So you're
I
in
mean,
a
it's
now if they come back up here, then we're screwed. But you should have a second person up there with you that will cover your back if that happens.
I mean,
and take an extra rifle.
yeah,
So if
but
that
like,
does happen, then
my
you
thing
switch to
was,
your rifle.
well, I was gonna have my LMGs. I already have all my weapons.
Oh,
So I
okay.
have like weapons and stuff like that. I was just gonna set up the LMG and the rifle together so I can just switch between the two if I need to. But
Yep.
I also have a fucking assault rifle if need be.
Yeah. If they
My
come up
main thing
behind
is
us, we're
just like
screwed anyway.
concealment. That's not that much. That's not that much concealment. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's like the only real risk is, if for me being like I guess right here is them coming up behind me. But even then, like if there's like a bunch of
Actually, shit, hold on.
The problem is all
trees,
those trees block line of sight. So you're taking your cover, but you're going to limit what you can shoot and your
near
ranged
me,
weapons.
then like
Yeah, I can hear
I'd
you.
still technically be fine. Not
Do what you want. You're
not
going to
really
find out
no,
you're not going to be able to shoot shit
because if you're in the middle,
because he's already declared that the
there's
trees
you.
block line of sight. That's why Riley's down south because we couldn't
But
see
if I'm
through the
all the way up
trees.
here and they come up from the tree line, yeah, that's why I'm like going near you. If anything, that's like the middle of the map. There's more potential of me being able to shoot other shit. Say they come from like over here, we can just wait until they go down right here. Like there's a bunch of options, and even it doesn't change the fact that if like I'm up here and they come from the other side of the map, I'd still be covered from a bunch of trees. It doesn't change much.
All right, you put yourself where you want.
I just have more
I
options.
argue.
I just have
I,
more options if I'm in the middle.
okay.
Or like concealment and for positions of that.
So anyway, now that that has been seemingly settled, Arthur, where are you putting yourself? Where is that where you want to be?
Yeah, I think that's a
Okay.
decent spot. There's
All right.
concealment, and then there's the rock for cover.
Yeah, I'll say that. So Lena will be there with you, and then Felice will be taking cover behind this rock.
Do
Hugh,
we
where
have
do you
time
want
to
to go?
dig like foxholes?
I mean, you've got a
It's
shift.
no, we only have an hour.
Oh, right.
Who's going to be the gunner for the tank?
Good question. I mean, you have Melt him down Matthias, so you can do it.
Okay.
I don't know if that's it. It's probably Matthias' job.
All right, and then Hugh, where would you like to go?
That's a good fucking question.
Wait, who's this?
Who's what? That's
Guess I'll
Tobias.
stick with these fellas.
You don't want to be there. That's not a good spot.
I'm just, I'm not like at my computer. I just put him there. That's what it's
Okay.
Okay, so Hugh, you're gonna be with
I'm
Lena
really
and
thinking about
Arthur.
it, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I can share a tile with someone, can't I?
And
Yeah, yeah.
Riley, you said you were. Did you say you were just moving to here, or were you scouting the woods?
Well, you said I didn't need to scout the woods.
Well,
You said I didn't need to recon that
there was something
because
I
we weren't
actually
here.
overlooked
Okay,
that
so
I
I
forgot
will
about,
give
so I
you.
need you to do a recon roll for me.
Okay.
I have to go back on that. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. I will push that. I'm glad I did. That's 3 successes.
Okay. Duly noted. So you're gonna wait an hour?
Well, we have an hour to set the ambush up.
Well, that's what I meant.
So,
Like,
and that,
once you are in position, then are you going to wait?
yeah, but we still need to figure out where he's going to be, because that's not a good spot.
Who's going to be
He-
Tobias?
Well, I
yeah,
haven't
that's like
set
in
up
the
yet.
middle of the,
Yeah, me.
the ambush spot.
I'm. He's gonna ambush right there.
That's
No,
the
there's a
ambush
claymore
spot.
set
Yeah,
there.
that's where the
There's
trigger's
a
going to
claymore
happen.
set there. Okay. That is dependent on.
On what?
We have to see where they're dependent on where I want to go. Honestly,
I mean, that's up to you.
I'm trying to figure out because most of the spots are taken. Yeah, I'll go.
You're going
Or
where?
like, oh, right here.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm gonna be prone anyways.
All right.
I'm basically a little bit concealed.
So that's what you're doing.
It would appear so. That's gonna be the ambush spot anyways. Then yeah.
So, all right. So
Well,
you're
that's likely
fast forwarding an hour.
Yep.
Once everybody's in position. Okay. So, um, you do see after an hour, it's sort of like sunsetty. I need to roll to see what the weather is like. Pretty bad. It was a 2. So up the road, you do actually see. What the hell? Oh, that has the wrong fucking token name.
All right, so it's a bad weather.
Yes.
All right, well, range isn't going to help us because we can't see. And what's the distance we can see in rain and Texas now?
Hold please. Let me figure that out. Terrain, weather, and darkness. Hold on, where is it? Where the hell's the light? Like the vision thing. Visibility and line of sight. For heavy rain, quote unquote, it is visibility hex is 20.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not
No,
because,
that's
like, for
bad.
example, Riley, where he is right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that could, yeah, I could see that being 20 or even less. So Riley, I need you
Okay,
to make me what?
I still can see. Pretty much, we could see pretty much the whole map in the center area.
Yeah,
The
like
tank can
wherever.
Yeah, the
see
vast
the
majority
ambush
of it.
spot, so we're good.
Yeah. So I need you to make 2 recon rolls for me, Riley, and there is a -1 penalty from the from the weather.
Rain.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 1, and that's 2. So,
Nope, pushing. Oh.
ouch. Well, 1 stress. Okay, so first one, you do see headlights, and eventually you do see a truck. However, you do the second roll, you actually do see a flurry of small missiles coming from this direction,
Ooh.
targeting the truck. And I mean, mind you, this is more of a narrative event that I had planned for this arc. This is not going to be like a whole bunch of rules to figure it out. So basically, the truck gets like clobbered by a bunch of missiles and like flips and crashes.
Would not want to be Delta Squad right now.
Yeah. So let me just do that. Oops.
Or Delta.
So you do see on one hand, now the good news is that out of the back, like you see crawling out you see, well, in this case, only Riley sees. You see Crosshair, you see Romeo, you see Daughter, and you see Keating all climbing out. Though at the same time, the enemy vehicle is basically like bearing down on them as they're coming out. And you see it come to a stop. I'm taking pauses here in case you want to do anything.
No, I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah.
Watch them get killed.
Watch them get killed.
And then when they leave, we can go back to base and say, "Well, your ambush failed.
That is.
The truck
So,
never showed up." Because this is just dumb. So I go,
so
"Well, guys, our ambush doesn't really work because now we have to go all the way through the trees to actually see him." So the ambush happened way at the south part of the map. So
I mean, note
good
that
luck
you could
to
you could
Delta Squad because by the time we get through the trees to actually shoot it, they're dead.
who says they're dead? Because keep in mind, there's a vehicle that has its cannon trained on them. They have their hands up, but the vehicle's not shooting up. They've got, like, out of the vehicle, there are troops coming out. And I will note that you do actually see, hold on, just make sure this, they're actually, coming out, there are 2 officer figures.
All right, so they're moving to capture and
Yeah.
maybe get the jump.
So
on.
basically, you see the people piling out, like they're ordering the Marines to get down on the ground. And then there are some guys that are going to check out the vehicle, see if there are actually supplies in there. Now, while all this is going on, I am actually willing, because you guys would not just be standing there, if you want to, because you would definitely hear the explosions. If you want to reposition, you can.
I suppose so.
Using
far
our
can I go?
lowest recon, right?
Yes. Who has the lowest?
Mine is AC.
Okay, AC, Arthur, I see you've got CB. Lena has BB. Felice has AC.
Mike
So,
has AD.
well, Mike's in the vehicle. I mean, do you want him to drive up?
Can't really keep that stealthy.
After we attack.
He's just speed. Just know our vehicle's going to be 3 rounds before he can engage.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
We have the ATGM though.
we do.
Well, I mean, you've
We
got
also
one
have
guy
the-
with a laser cannon, and then you've got another with an anti-vehicle rifle. So
yeah, we can handle this.
So here's what.
TGM
So in
too,
terms of the
so
lowest
if that works, that's fine.
the lowest recon of the group would go, and these separatists actually do have a penalty because of the weather. So that actually plays into your favor. So hold on. So so that would be /R D A plus D. Oh wow. Okay. Well, Arthur, you may roll.
The roll would be in your face.
So it's a recon roll,
Yeah.
and if you have infiltrator, that will help you. Blitz, you there?
You're
Okay.
muted if you're if you're
Yeah.
talking.
Well, I guess to keep things rolling, I will roll for him.
Yeah, 6 minutes ago he said be back in a sec.
Oh, he did. I didn't see that. Okay, well, so CB. Oh, geez, that'll help. Oh, very, very nice. Because he beat them, which he very much needed to. So, you guys, yeah, you can position wherever. I mean, as long as you're not out in the open, you can position wherever you want. The exception goes to Riley because I mean you're moving well, you're staying where you are, right?
Yeah, I'm not part of them. I'm staying
Yeah.
my own spot. I don't
yeah,
need to move.
just want to confirm. So, well, I mean, because I figure you did
Actually,
that on
I'd
your own, so
be
you're happy where you are.
actually I'm gonna be prone, just so you know.
Okay, so you're
Forgot to
prone. So,
mark
can you mark
myself.
yourself as prone?
Yeah, I'm going to. It's just
Okay,
the
cool.
thing's so
Okay.
small you can't see it unless you
Yeah.
zoom in.
So, and then I'll say Lena is behind Ohio Tobias. Felice is going to be backing up Hugh. And Arthur, I mean, shit, wherever he wants to go. I'll temporarily put him here in the bushes, so he has a direct line of sight on the tank. Which, speaking of, it's an APC similar in design to yours, like it's a hoverjet vehicle. Not the exact same model as yours, but like it doesn't have treads; it glides around on the ground like yours does.
Does
So,
it? What kind of weapons does it have on it?
well, you
Rocket
saw a
pods.
flurry of cluster missiles fire from it.
Cluster missiles.
Yeah, hyenas.
Oh, okay.
So,
What kind of millimeter cannon does it? And does it have a heavy on top? And are there people on top of the tank mounting the heavy machine gun?
I'll say this. You don't know what caliber the cannon is, but you do know there is what looks to be an autocannon, a heavy machine gun on top, and there is nobody standing or riding outside or, turned out.
All right.
Okay.
I have 2 questions.
is anybody manning the machine gun on top? And does their gun look bigger or smaller than ours, or too similar to tell?
Given that you are directly behind it, I don't think you would be able to.
True.
I don't think you would be able to
I
tell
suppose
that.
I was asking that more as just like an over the table thing.
Yeah, no,
so
I mean as an over
everyone
table,
who can
when
see
you put it like that, I'll say that, like diameter wise and all that, like again with the distance and the
Is
weather,
it
it's
obviously bigger, obviously smaller, or is it
about the
similar
same.
to ours?
It's about the same.
Okay.
So it's about the
Okay.
same. The
So we're
machine
not
gun.
talking a howitzer. We're
No,
not
no, it's
talking
not
a
like a
little machine
tank.
gun.
It's not a
So
tank. It's an autocannon.
so we're somewhere. Okay, so we can tell. That's all I want to know.
It's somewhat
in the
comparable in
autocannon
firepower to
range.
what you have.
Got it.
And
And
then
is there a guy manning the machine gun on top?
the machine gun is like in Battlefield games where like the gunner controls it
Oh,
from
it's
inside,
okay. Got
like
it.
a crow's or whatever it's called.
Remote control.
Yeah. So no external gunner.
So we can't tell if it's being paid attention to.
Yes.
Got it.
At least he's got his rear armor to our heavy gun. So
Yep.
Hey.
Let's move these guys so they're actually in a hex. Okay.
Sounds like we got ourselves a pretty nice ambush.
Yep. I mean that was the plan. Ambush the ambushers. Delta Squad's
We're
doing their
doing
part,
it.
just not as they expected.
I'm doing my part in handcuffs.
All right, so I think with you guys having
Crosshair
set
got
up,
a bad deal.
yeah, I would say that with you guys, well, actually, Blitz, real quick. So in terms of moving forward, you did succeed. I forgot to reveal this. You have 3 successes. Where do you want to position yourself? Do you want to stay where you are, where I moved you, or do you want to move somewhere else? Because
Well, I
where you are,
definitely
you've got a
don't want to
perfect
be
ass
out in
shot
the
at the
open.
tank. What?
I'm kind of out in the open here.
oh, you're in the trees.
Yeah, you're in cover.
Am I? Okay.
Yeah, you're in. There's a bush right there.
Yeah, I'll
Mind you,
stay
we're not
there.
attacking just yet. It's just where are you going to be when the bullets
This
start
is
flying?
position. Yeah.
I'm gonna make it go bye-bye when the time comes.
Okay, but do you want to stay where you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're prone, right? Mark yourself prone if you want to be prone.
How do I do that?
Right click on your
right
token.
click on you. And then there's little icons, and you choose the prone icon.
Damn, no kidding about little. Holy shit.
I know, right? You gotta zoom in.
Maybe.
Oh,
the
I'm on
icons are
fire.
little. Maybe that's
You're on
actually
fire.
There we go.
Okay, those icons are pretty tiny.
Okay. So, but as I was saying before, things going all out warfare, I think this is a pretty good point to stop. Both because we're at the 3 o'clock mark, and also just because we're about to get into combat next time.
I agree.
Okay, cool. So, and also in terms of like, we'll go over XP, but I will let you spend XP at the end of this if eligible. So, everybody bring up your sheets. So, everybody all set?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Did you participate in the game session? Everybody did, so yes. Did you follow your moral code?
Yep.
Okay. Did you, follow, work towards your big dream?
Would I get a yes to that?
I was thinking about that, and my answer was yes. And the reason why is because I definitely took note of how eager you got when you found out, it's like, oh, there's going to be high command here. Maybe one of them is the guy I can punch in the face. Unfortunately, it was not the case, but you were ready, so I will count that.
Okay.
You were in a situation where you could have. Did you make a significant discovery or revelation?
We did find the rally point in a base.
Well,
we
I mean,
can
you already knew that was there, though. I would say Tobias, in the case of not knowing your father was here, yes. So I will give you the point for that. But as for the group, I mean, like the rally point, that was something you've known about for a while. Like even before being ordered to go there, you knew about it. Okay. So, did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind?
Does grilling alien count?
Yeah, I would say that with Riley and Chef fucking grilling burgers in the middle of a survival game, that's fucking hilarious, and I would count that as extraordinary. So, um, did you perform a successful action with one or more roles related to your area expertise? Um, Riley, as a scout, you were looking around, so yes.
Yeah,
Um, Tobias, what do you think?
I cooked an entire feast.
Yeah, that's true. As Master Chef, you cooked this massive pile of burgers. Um,
Yes, that's literally
Hugh,
the
I can't
name.
remember. You did a tech roll, right?
Did I?
Well, I'm asking you because I don't remember. I feel like you did. Somebody was unlocking those assault rifles, but or repair. No, somebody was repairing
Not
guns.
today.
Oh, that was Mike.
Oh, that was Mike. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Mike did it.
yeah, it was Mike. It was Mike. Um,
Yeah,
so
I didn't do any tech
uh,
today.
all right. Did you travel through at least one hex on the travel map that you had not visited before? Yes, you all did. And also the successful action, Arthur, you didn't do any heavy weapons shit, unfortunately. So sorry.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did? What did you do?
Yeah, I turned
Oh,
a
yes, you did.
grappler's
I am
head to
so sorry.
bolt
Yes,
with
yes.
HE.
Yeah, you absolutely blew it to pieces. Fucking autocannon. I am so sorry. I understand that I was thinking of your laser gun, not your fucking autocannon. So, please forgive me on that one. I made a stupid. Okay, now, did you travel through this one hex on the travel method were you not visible before? Yes, everybody did. Did you overcome one or more dangerous events? Yes, you all did. Did you risk the PC for your life for the PC who was your buddy?
I don't even think I have a buddy, do I? Oh, I have Tobias. I don't think I did anything.
Yeah, I don't think I did anything for you either, buddy. Grappler.
Who's your buddy?
I sh-
Tom, aka Riley.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I guess we're each other's buddies.
okay.
Actually, no, wait, no. I changed it, I think.
Who'd you change to?
Axel.
Axel's not a PC.
I know. That's okay. He's a
Well,
buddy
just
in my heart.
well, he can be your. I'm just saying, just to understand, you're not going to get brownie points for saving him.
Oh yeah, I know. I put him. I think I put him there for like the joke. But
Well, I
forgot
mean,
to
you've already
change it.
got Kill Simmons as a joke, big dream. Well, not so much of a joke, but
Well, it is to kill him. He shot me in the head.
yeah, I know. Um,
Fucking
so
asshole.
did you make significant progress towards or complete your group's current objective? Yes, you did make it to the rally point. You got your next set of orders. Did you take a life-threatening critical injury within the previous session or the current one and recover from it? I don't recall anybody doing so. Nobody was critted.
Was wait, didn't someone like have to recover from something though?
He was recovering
Was he like
damage because he took a shitload of damage in his first combat encounter, and only now did he recover all of it.
okay. So it wasn't a crit, gotcha.
No, he didn't. He didn't get critted. He almost got critted, but like he
Gotcha.
got down to 1 HP, and he was sitting there for like 2 sessions.
I think I've been critted twice. That's hilarious to me.
Yeah, you've been critted. Oh God, how many times?
I think I've taken the most damage out of this group.
You have. Let's see, because you got. Um, I don't remember if the Joker shooting you in the back of the head gave you a crit.
I don't remember if it did.
I know you getting disemboweled by an explosion did.
I did. There was one before that though, because I remember having to recover.
Yeah, I know what it was. You got a fucking cracked thigh, didn't you? When you guys were blowing up the Atlas
Something
Center?
like that. I'm pretty sure I did, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was because I know somebody got a cracked. Yeah, no, yeah, because you and Drakelstein had a dumbass plan to try to bum rush a room that was heavily guarded without smoking your entrance. He got killed, and you got critted.
Yeah,
So,
no, I was just trying to support his dumb decision. It's okay. I had to show that I was watching his back, bro.
and you did it in
Always
the
get the point,
stupidest way possible. Bravo.
Hey, he died knowing that I had his back. It's okay.
Not for him, he's dead. But anyway, so if you guys want, because like I said, because you guys were spending a lot of time at the rally point, and that you're not in the middle of combat, you can spend XP now. If
Sadly, I
you
don't have enough, so I'm gonna pass for now.
All right. It's how
10
much
for
X-
specialties, and in this game, it goes 5, 10, 15, 20. Like going from nothing
so
to
5
D
to
is
get a D. Right.
5 to get a D, 10 to get a C,
Got
15 to
it.
get B, and 20 to get A.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend 5 to get my survival up to a D. Then
You said B is 15, right?
B is 15, yes.
Mhm.
that B.
And I'm also wondering, do you guys think I should just go with the alien ruling of if you have a point in the skill, you can already do it? Because this game by default says like you have to have used the skill and succeeded.
I'm
Which,
fine with that ruling because that's very situational.
yeah. So, henceforth, yeah, if you guys like, if you already have at least one, like if you have the XP for it and you didn't use it, like even if you didn't use it in the session, you can still upgrade. I don't care.
Yeah, it's fine, in my opinion.
Does anybody have intelligence or investigator?
Let me check. I
I ain't
don't
got
remember
it.
if I have to do those.
I think Lena has intelligence. Let me just double check. She does, so I'm assuming she would have no issue in teaching you. So
All right. And it's 10 for that, right?
10, yes, for specialties.
I have spent XP in this game for literally the first time now.
What did you get? Oh, for just survival or for anything else?
I put survival up to a D, and I got my ranged combat from a C to a B.
Very nice. All right. Well, is there anything else?
Is this game you have to
I'm all-
bring the skill over like aliens?
What do you mean bring the skill over?
Like if
You
I
can
took a
drag the
specialty?
specialty out of the compendium, is my understanding. Yeah.
Like to drag it onto your sheet? Yes.
I can't see it.
Let me see.
That being the case, I have to go.
All right. See ya.